Last session, we finished up the maintenance of the ship and repaired a lot of stuff, notably the emissions dampers, which have already shown their value. You've come into the graveyard in Muron, salvaged a couple fire ships, grabbed 2 pieces of pre-tech off them, and then proceeded on your way to the Ferretinero. Once in the region of space that contains the Ferretinero as a point of interest, you you'd been picking up communications between Union ships all throughout, and noted that they were heavier than last time. But once you reached the region of space that contains the Ferretinero, you actually picked up a passive detection lock on 3 ships. All frigates, one of them a destroyer and 2 rovers. You've managed to, at least as far as you know, slip by undetected. You detected no movement from them to intercept or hail you, and all the information you're getting from passive scans so that you don't alert them is telling you that they have found something interesting, are guarding it, or at least monitoring it from within combat range of it, and have put out a call for other Union ships to arrive in this region of space. You've been left with a decision of, do you want to go out and engage these 3 ships, which by numbers outgun you, but by tech are, well, it would be an uncertain fight if one were to make projections or bets. Or proceed quietly on to the Ferretinero and either cling to its side, where you will have much better visibility and be able to passively pick up any ships coming into the region, see what's happening, see if they start on their way towards you, or maneuver yourself around to the gaping big hole in the Ferretinero, a hole large enough that the Raza can slip inside. It's a tight fit, and hide, not only masking your signals, your emissions and your engines and the various things that you're doing, but also hiding you physically from view, just making it impossible for them to find unless you draw too much attention. At which point they would not know where you are, but would at least have an idea where to start looking. Any highlights from last session?
It was fun getting to go back out to Moon, and it was fun getting to bully the people on the refitting station. Just like, no, we're not the Raza. How could you possibly think that? And just give them intimidating looks to play along.
And creating persistent rumors of a ghost.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah. Anyone else have a highlight? How about one more? Just one more highlight.
I'm trying to pull out my notes. Back up in a second. You can clear out the chart.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't want to make you I don't want to belabor the point. I will proceed without the second highlight.
If anyone comes up with something, then do it later. Also, can someone update the number counter, please? I did it last time.
Yeah, someone please update that. I'm gonna go ahead and bring us into frame here.
Just got back.
Alright. Did you have a highlight?
Well, it's still turning on, but I do remember we did quite a lot of like gear modification. I found that fun. That wasn't even a moment.
That was a fairly long ongoing conversation between you and Meowkin, yeah.
Yeah, a montage can count.
You what?
I said a montage can count.
Yes. All right. So you've got the basic mechanics there of the heat. They should be pinned. Oh, I think I pinned the session notes above it. Let me pin those for easy access. Before I pin anything, do you have an idea already of whether you're going to take the fair itinerary route, the challenge union route, or something else?
Mm, yeah, so think I think I was leading a bit more towards the Fertino route purely because if we're to maintain our reputation of dread, then we don't want to fight them unless we know we're going to win.
Yes.
And like, are we really ready to remind Union that we exist in Throwdown yet? And if not, then are we confident enough that we can destroy them all without being seen by the reinforcements?
Yeah. I kind of want to delay our first encounter with Union proper
Mm-hmm.
to, like you say, to a point where we can be suitably imposing,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just looking like a scrappy little ship that can barely even win.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like if we can come into the first encounter with Union
Mm-hmm.
and shoot them all down, and they barely even have a chance to fire,
Yeah.
that sends a much stronger message.
Yeah, like ideally we want to leave them with one survivor to tell the story. If that survivor happens to be someone who wasn't in the fight and just happened to see it, so much the better.
Yeah, yeah. If it's the survivors are the reinforcements that came up and heard the panic transmissions of the ones that were being killed,
Yes.
and then we're just gone by the time they arrive.
Sounds good. Yeah,
Oh.
so I think that means we're delaying this first fight with him.
Okay.
We're taking the step at this time.
So then, do you want to take a route where you're more visible but have better visibility? Or are you going to hide in a ship and not know for certain what's going on outside?
Personally, I think I would rather hide in the ship. We can always investigate after they're gone.
I do want to add as a note, because I don't think I made a point of it last time. Salvaging for a full load of normal salvage rolls is a week.
Okay.
And so take that into consideration with whichever decision, whatever you decide. That if you want the full load of salvage, you're going to be working there for a week. If you, obviously you can just go in and spend a day or two spot checking, sweeping just specific things.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that the Fairtenero is a gold mine for parts, tech, and pre-tech.
Yeah, which is why we need to make sure we don't get detected, because we do not want Union finders here. By which I mean we don't want Union finding here.
Yes.
Is it? Would it, I guess, broadcast our signal to continue working while we're kind of hiding in the Fertenero?
That depends. That's going to be determined by your heat. So I've got those heat mechanics up there. Having your engines running will passively generate heat. Having your weapons powered will passively generate heat. If that heat reaches 10, then yeah, they will be able to pinpoint that anomalous signal and anomalous reading, energy readings, well enough to find the Fiertinera. Like the Fiertinera is already on their radars. You know, it's a fairly large object in space. The reason that it doesn't catch attention is because from a distance, it just looks like a large hunk of metal and, you know, solid structure. It looks like another asteroid. A small asteroid at that. It's not even necessarily a big asteroid.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
they already know it's there as an object. They don't know it's an interesting object.
Yes, we definitely don't want to give them reason to come this way.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking. Actually, just give me a sec. Okay, so Das, how confident do you feel about making a difficulty 10 int fix check?
Practically guaranteed.
I will
Okay,
allow you to roll Doug's fix check.
Cool. Okay, in that case,
Yeah.
I think we
I
should
mean,
probably.
Fix is, yeah. With
Yes.
I think with Doug's int fix, it's probably
Hmm.
what is it? 4, 5?
That's pretty good. Okay, so I think we should leave the weapons powered down to avoid heat generation, because that only takes
4.
15 minutes to fire up, and we we can evade for 15 minutes if we need to. Leaving the
Hmm.
engine on is probably fine because we don't want to be sitting ducks for 3 hours. So
Well, yeah. The thing is, the engines.
that's 1 heat per day. We could find a week of
Yeah.
salvaging without drawing enough attention to make them investigate.
You can always make these decisions on as to what to power after you've seen how many of the checks you make to get there.
Yeah.
Right.
I was going to say, we risk being stuck here for a week and not being able to do anything at all. We might just want to
Hmm.
consider leaving at that point.
Hmm.
Hmm. I mean, is it worth just disappear somewhere else, go salvage in a different area for a while? Like this place is good, but is it maybe worth just pick a different area for a week
Honestly, that's kind
and
of
fly past next time and see whether Union's still around?
I was about to say that being here means that we can keep watch on them, but if we're keeping watch on them, that kind of means we need to be outside the ship and we want to be inside to minimize heat gain. So
Yeah.
what do we say about as a compromise? We stick about for a day, which doesn't generate nearly enough heat for them to investigate. So we stick about for a day, watch them, and then bolt and salvage somewhere else.
I'm on board with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fine with me as well.
Watch them for a bit, see what they do.
hmm Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Doug and Riley
And
are
like
Doug and Riley
make a
aren't here
decision,
for-
make a proper decision after we see that. But if there's
Mhm.
nothing unusual or whatever, the default is go somewhere else, salvage somewhere that they're not going to be
Yeah.
immediately on top of us.
Yeah. Doug and Riley aren't here to comment, so I'm going to assume that they're in agreement, which I think is a 5 majority.
Yeah, I think if we were up to full strength, it'd just be roll in, get rid of them, salvage what we like. But
Mm.
we're not. We're not.
We are very much not.
Okay. Well, I will give you the same information about their point of interest that they have about the Fiertinera. It
Okay.
comes up on your passive scans as a piece of something solid out in space.
Mhm.
It appears to have a trajectory that's in line with the other asteroids, and you can see this quite easily because you can actively see their engine trails,
Mhm.
or their drive signatures and all that, and you can map their trajectory to that is along with the other asteroids flying through the system.
Mm.
And if it is an asteroid, it's a very small asteroid. It's about the size of a ship-sized asteroid.
Mighty convenient that.
A
Mighty
big
convenient.
ship or
Not a big ship. It would be probably about your sized ship. And you've seen derelict and rotted husks of ships in the graveyard about this size. You've passed them by because you were looking for other things. Actually, I think you did do logistics ships early on, so it would be about that size. The size of the cargo ships that were through. It would also be about the size of the residential habitation ships that were floating around.
Okay.
And knowing Union, odds are good that it is a ship on which they found something interesting. Odds are about as likely that it's an asteroid of that size that's like just pure, well, not gold, but pure rare alloy.
You could have just said gold.
Yeah, pure gold, metaphorically.
Space gold.
Space gold.
Yeah, whatever the current metaphor for like
Mhm.
valuable material is.
Yeah.
Probably still gold. It's useful in computers.
Yeah, you don't need as much of it though.
Then you'd build bigger computers to use more of it.
Right?
Yeah.
Or you build more intricate computers. But yeah, much as I would love to either go in and do a smash and grab or just fire a couple of pot shots at them on the way past, we should probably just linger for a day to see what they're doing and then quietly peace out.
Alrighty. So the current plan is you're going to go to the Fairtinera. Bearing this in mind, you don't have to go inside. Going inside is a greater use
Yeah.
of maneuvering thrusters than if you were to just go to the Union-facing side, or even to maneuver around to the other side and just kind of hang out there. So that does give you three options, really.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna stay on the outside so that we can keep watch since we're only staying for a day.
Okay.
So that'll mean.
Mm.
Oh wait, shit, would that be? Hang on, so would that be 6 heat or 4 heat that we risk?
It's going to be right in between the two, 5 heat.
Nice.
But it's
Okay.
still going to be a difficulty 10 check because you're still using the maneuvering thrusters to carefully position yourself. I really don't think anybody's going to have difficulty with that check anyways. Actually, you know what? No, the 10 difficulty was to get inside the husk, so it'll only be an 8 difficulty.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Pilot programming fix.
That's.
I
I will say
pilot.
the program. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biggest...
Like
Dex,
let's see.
Dex, can we drop to a heat if we manage to
Difficulty.
get an 80 on the program?
I
you
don't think
cannot.
I can get that high. don't think I can get quite that high. It's close.
Not-
It's so
Not with
close.
that.
But
Not with that attitude.
no, my max program roll is a 17.
um,
But yes, no, a difficulty 8 in program. I think, yeah, dice wise, I have to roll a 3.
yeah.
So as long as I don't roll 3 1s, then I pass.
Yeah. As long as it's not triple guys. Also, hi Ellie.
The risk of going to the other side of the ship and staying on the outside is primarily that you do the extra thruster work and take the extra heat, because it still will result in some extra heat. And you're still visible by any angle that is not specifically, hey, those guys right over there.
We should probably explain to Ellie what it is that we're doing.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Not getting
so,
seen.
Yeah.
Just
in a
just
nutshell-
describe the plan. We'll fill Ellie in as we go along. Aside from that.
Sure. So in a nutshell, we've realised we could just go somewhere else to salvage, but we've decided that we can safely stick about for one day and watch without generating enough heat to make them investigate. So we're going to stick about for a day and watch, and then we're going to peace out and salvage somewhere else. Maybe.
Fair enough.
We'll see how it goes.
All right. So as the Raza is floating towards the Fairtinera, you get closer and closer and farther from the Union ships to where they're barely visible on the visual scans. And it comes time to start making those checks, those maneuvering checks, so that you don't actually crash into the Fairtinera.
That would probably be quite helpful, yes. Yeah, I imagine it might draw some attention if you go right outside it.
Yeah, just gun explode.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll for Doug real quick, just because he's on my screen and I want him off my screen.
Rude.
Yeah.
Doug makes it no problem.
Good job, Doug.
Someone pull up Notario and make a pilot check for her. And let's go ahead and get that program check from Das.
I'm guessing not hacking.
Not hacking.
Nah, didn't think it was. Figured I'd ask.
Someone else do it. I'm changing it. Someone else do it. I'm changing the numbers.
Yeah. What this is basically obviously Doug's part is trying to minimize engine knock, and Notario's part is trying to minimize inputs. Das's part is helping both of them by analyzing the metaspace noise and other signal noise that's coming around, and giving them windows where they can make a little bit more noise, use the drive a little bit more, use a little bit more thrust, and match that to the background.
Yeah, giving them like, okay, fire thrusters now and stop.
Mhm.
Because at that point there's too much interference, they won't pick it up anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like hammering away at a grate above you only when the clock strikes.
Mm.
Hmm.
And I hope somebody gets that movie reference.
Afraid not.
No.
It's an older movie. I'm not gonna fuss over it.
He says silently dying inside.
I am. Sean Connery and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Come on.
And also on the outside because he's up.
Let's get that program check. And who's rolling for Notario?
Okay, you know what? Screw it if nobody else is doing it. Where is she? There she is. Okay, so it's just a skill roll and she's proficient?
Yes. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Everyone makes it. I did say 5 heat, and you're down to -3 on that, so you've got 2 heat so far.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna put that right up front.
So if we turn the gun off, then we could stay for 2 days, although we'd be kind of skirting the line, so it's probably... If we don't want to risk the first turn, we'll get investigated, we're safer with 1 day. What's everyone else think? Do we gamble on 2 days?
Fuck it, why not? Let's
Gives
fuck
every
around and hopefully not find out.
turn.
Mm.
Ginja? Jackal? Nox?
So what are we at? We're at
We're at 2, we get 3 per day for the engine and 1 per day for the gun being on. So if we turn the gun off, then that puts on 8 or...
8 after 2 days
Yeah.
with drive. What
Yeah,
what
which
would
is
what would getting out be?
What
Is
will getting
leaving gonna
out
do
be?
more heat?
Oh, that's a
Um,
good question.
it's
question.
going to be 5 heat again. However, each of those checks will subtract 2 because you have a lot more
Oh.
control over where you go.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, no, in that case, I'm more comfortable with 1 day.
Yeah, I think 1 day.
You could reduce the heat on leaving to 0, but
I know, but
it's not a
that requires
certainty.
good
We
roll.
could, but
Good
not
roll.
guaranteed.
Mhm.
Yeah. Although it is, if it's difficulty 8 again, it is practically guaranteed that we can reduce it by at least 2.
At the moment, it is difficulty 8. I can't speak for the conditions of the region in 2 days, though.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Meaning, you
Yeah.
know where the ships are coming. They may be at inopportune angles.
Mm.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, no, I definitely feel safer with 1 day.
Yeah.
So I guess we're powering down the gun and watching.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yes. No.
If new ships coming in, gods, if new ships coming in could be ships with better sensors, we might. No, that was the end of the thought. I lost everything after that.
That's okay. I'll kind of fill in where you may have been going. New ships coming in with better sensors, or using active sensors. Actually, I think they were using active sensors, but whatever. New ships coming in,
Yeah, they were garbage.
um, are not going to get a roll against you because you are on the opposite side of the ship, unless they come in at an inopportune angle, of course. Space is big, and the Union ship is all around the graveyard. They're not just one quadrant.
Okay.
However, if they see you and your well, your weapons are powered off, your engines are not powered off. If they see you, there is a chance that they will simply think you're a lump on that big asteroid over there. There is also a chance that they'll be smart enough to scan and have identified, hey, wait, that lump is got some kind of energy readings. That's going to come down to an opposed hide and seek check. And you know you already have the advantage on that.
Quite a significant advantage.
But not a guarantee.
Indeed.
Especially if we've already made Dast use her her reroll for the day.
Yeah.
But you arrive on the dark side. Well, not so much the dark side, but the opposite side of the Fertinera. And positioned so that you're matching course with the Fertinera and carrying along in its same gravitic pull, or the same gravitic pull that is making it fall towards the sun in a big, unending circle. And you're positioned close enough. Let's see, what did Natalia roll? A 10? You're positioned close enough that you're about between 50 and 100 meters away from the ship. It's not perfect, but it's better than a lot of operations that aren't just clamping onto the thing that they're salvaging. And I believe that gives you the run of the Ferretinera. It is currently the 25th. For those keeping track.
25th.
Yes, I forgot to tell you that salvaging the fighters was 7 days.
Right. Okay.
So you're arriving on the 14th. 2 days to get to the fighters, 1 week scrapping, and then 2 days to the Ferretinera. Right, and my Ferretinera notes. And if you'll note or recall, pinned in discussion still is the Ferretinera. It's just below your current crew tally. shows you what locations you can target and what you've already salvaged. Coming in for just a day, you're not really going to be getting much in the way of spare parts here.
That's okay. We'll get them somewhere else.
Yeah, you are targeting those pre-tech components as well as you can. Where are you looking to pull them? You probably don't need the workshop anymore. I'm going to go ahead and extract that out.
Okay, so remind me, what are the location options that we have?
Pinned in discussion.
Ah, right. Okay, give me a sec. Okay,
Okay, we've zoomed through things.
Mm,
There would have been cake.
truthfully.
Yeah, there would have been cake.
If
So
if
I-
what?
With the getting to
Oh,
the 25th, there would have been cake before then. It's not for PC though. It's fine.
okay. Well, we
It's
can
not for PC just yet.
we can certainly interrupt some of the boring numbers salvage stuff and look back at what happened during Cake Day.
Oh yeah, it's cake day.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. 22nd.
Okay, yeah, right in the middle of your salvaging up. Actually,
Indeed.
right near the end of your salvaging.
Right at the end, I think.
Mhm.
So it can kind of be a combined end of salvage / birthday.
Sounds good. We'll definitely touch that today. Okay. Workshop has been updated to reflect that you no longer need the workshop materials, but it still has the highest concentration of spare parts.
Yeah, I don't think spare parts are really a massive deal for us at this particular moment because that's not what we're targeting. What I'm
Right?
thinking is, don't we need more materials parts to get another gun online?
I think we have the pre-tech to get one of the other guns online.
Do
But
we?
if we get another one, we could get all 3 of the charge cannons on.
Okay, in that case, I think if it's only one that we need, that's worth a shot. It's definitely worth a shot.
One conversion per phase charge cannon. Hang on, what? I suspect we didn't deduct. Or did we? Hang on. No, because we'd need 4 conversions before, and the total says 3 that we need. Did we
Right.
get another conversion at some point then? We must have got another conversion at
Uh,
some
I'm
point. Because
I
I thought
think
we had 2, but we still have 2.
I think you have. I trust me. I can updated that as he was doing the number stuff. He's pretty good about that, so I'm just gonna trust what's on there.
Yeah. Okay. That means we've got the pre-tech for the guns then. At least for the small guns. We haven't got the big gun, but
Yeah.
yeah.
One more conversion will ultimately be needed for the hypercharge cannon.
Okay, I think getting that online, especially if we want to go intimidate Union, getting
yeah,
that online would be nice.
the big gun would be nice.
Unfortunately,
Right. What do we need? 2 materials.
Mhm.
1 master space. 1 computing.
Mhm.
1 conversion.
Okay, so what I'm hearing here.
So we'd need. So for the big gun,
Mhm.
for compared to what we've got, we'd need 1 more materials, and we'd need 1 meta space. but otherwise we have it.
Okay.
So we're actually not far off.
Yeah, and we only need one more materials to get the third small gun in addition to the second one that we could get, right?
One more conversion, but we
Okay.
need a conversion for for each gun.
Okay.
So we have enough conversions to get 3 guns online. Whether
Mhm.
that's a big one and 2 small ones, or all 3 small ones, is obviously up to us. We have enough for 3.
Okay.
If we got another one alongside of materials and a meta space, we'd have enough for every single gun.
Okay, in that case, I think materials is a decent shout. Just because we can't get metaspace here or conversion.
I think you meant to say that you have enough for 2, and if you get one more, you have enough for them all. Right?
Yeah, he just means 3
The
counting the one we
conversion,
have.
yeah.
Yeah.
He means 3 counting the one we have. I'm sorry, they mean 3 counting the one we have.
Yes.
Yeah, 3. We've got enough conversions to get 3 guns total. If we got one more,
including the one
we'd
you've
have
already
enough
got.
for all
Yes.
of yeah, including the one we've already got.
That's the part I was missing. Thank you, Viral, for explaining that, even though I didn't quite. It just didn't register immediately, but I got it eventually.
That's why I explained.
As a GM, I do want to remind you that your phase charge cannons are better in groups.
Yep.
Yeah, they're sort of networked together, aren't they?
Yep, multiple phase charge cannons hitting the same target use the highest damage rolled among all of the hits.
That is nice. That is very nice.
So we'd be rolling like
Uh,
3 lots of 3d6, keep the highest, and that
Mhm.
one 3 times.
Yep.
But and hear me out here. Hear me out here. Big gun go. brrrr.
Yeah. Big gun does 2d20.
There you go.
Big gun
There
does
you
do 2d20.
Yeah. Counterpoint, right? Counterpoint.
Yeah, no, 3d6
3 lots
things-
of 3 lots of 3d6,
Ah,
keep
yeah.
the highest and triple it, plus
Yeah.
2d20.
Which is why we need all the guns, which is why I say materials now. Since that's the only gun relevant thing.
Yeah. I think materials is actually the first bottleneck that we've got in terms of parts.
Yeah.
So that's probably the one to. No, actually, because we have enough pre-tech to get everything except the big gun, including all the prerequisites for the big gun. So there's not until we get everything, we can't get the big gun on, but we can get everything else. So, although we also need materials for the drive, so
Yeah.
we'll want that eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Again,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
hearing a whole lot of materials.
Not to waylay your plan here, but according
Here's extenuating information.
to the notes here, you do have 2 materials already.
We do, but we need 3 if we want. We need a total of 3 from where we are to get the big gun running.
So we need 5 we have to.
One for oversized mounting and 2 for the big gun.
Oversized mountain. I've forgotten my own setup. You're right.
Yes.
Yes.
If you look in the Raza sheet in the notes section, Meowkin's actually put what we need for each thing, including pointing out that we need oversized mounting for the big gun.
Yes, I just forgot that the oversized mountain was.
What we have, all of that.
Yep, I just forgot the oversized mountain was a prerequisite for the big gun.
Yeah,
Damn it, we could have filled them.
You could have. You could have. Okay, so materials is your best in there. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, excuse me. Hunting down pre-tech in a large ship like this, with a soft deadline of 1 day, is going to involve lots of hands. Lots of guided hands. You need people who either know what they're doing or can be positioned by someone who does. Let me see if I've got a good screen I can use here. I don't think so. I think I've used them all. Put something on them all. So I'm just going to use a ship screen here. I'm going to change conference room to actually, you know what? We've got a mission box. Probably won't be big enough. Burton Narrow salvage. All right. How many people do you have? How many characters do you have with fix 1 or higher? I think that's just Doug, right?
I think that's just Doug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dick-
That's
Hey,
never actually
hey,
took it.
wait, can I?
What's up?
Sorry, I have fix +2.
Is it to actually fix skill 2 or fix? Is that your total bonus?
It's
Basically, is that counting your intelligence, or
It
is it your
says
actual
on my
skill?
skill page, if I look at fix, it just says +2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fixed too.
Yeah, that's
that
fixed too.
certainly is. Okay.
Fix 2,
Mhm.
thank you.
And then,
Yeah,
while
it's
Riley may not be is familiar with Fix from a different angle, not so much starships, it's very easy for Riley to be brought up to speed by Doug as to what's actually going to be, what you're actually looking for as far as pre-tech components on a ship. So, Riley would need to be doing the EVA and on the Fertinera. Is she going to do that?
On the what?
The Fertinera is a gigantic ship that you guys
Oh,
are.
the ship. Right. Sorry,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
genuinely just phased out the name of the ship because I didn't register.
It should be easy to remember because it is just a misplaced hand typing for tomorrow.
Which way?
Mm.
Up, down, left, right, sideways?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, sure, Riley can do that.
It's kind of
Sure.
kind of an inside joke that nobody is around for.
Oh. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Right hand one character left.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was running a Jackbox stream and someone had typed in response to something I asked or something for tomorrow, and their hand was just offset. And I'm like, you know what? I'm running a game tomorrow. That's the name of the ship they're going to.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. That is the kind of typo I tend to make a lot. And that just,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it sounds very feasible.
So is Riley putting herself personally and physically in danger like that?
You know, it's just salvaging, sure.
It's probably not danger. We shot all the people that were in stasis last time we came here.
Oh, it's
Well,
the
all
ship
ones that were
structure is going to be the most dangerous. Ship structure is the one that has caused the most injuries to your crew.
But it's also where we pulled off the sickest anti-gravity running shots. So,
All right, that gives you 2 good teams. And I know that Das and I believe Percy also have fix 0, but you also have Qi Shin, an actual a technician with fix equivalent fix 0 that you could use and let and free up Percy and Das.
I am thinking Das is probably most useful on sensors watching Union rather than doing salvage work at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Das is kind of the early warning system here.
Percy's happy to go out on salvage work just in case anything else wakes up to try and cause problems.
Yeah, I imagine that Percy is going on salvage work. This is more, is Percy leading a salvage team in identifying, or is Qi Shin leading the salvage team in identifying?
I think Percy would probably rather someone else lead so that he can keep doing threat analysis, and also he's only on fix 0, so if Chishin's okay with leading a team, then...
Yeah, most of her life was spent salvaging technology for things that could keep their tower running and the heaters keeping them alive on Rain Lalati.
Cool. So Kishan's okay with leading a team, or they're okay with salvaging. Are they okay with leading a team?
Yes. Yes, she is.
No biggie then.
Oh, what was that? No, no what?
No biggie.
Okay. All right. And from there, it's easy enough to just put people out there. Maximus has very quickly put himself on Doug's team, and Vicky follows. Elena, despite her hard, she's going to Chishin. Despite her hard entry, is already back to work from Riley and your medbay's good care.
Very good care.
And I'm going to put, you know what?
Legally excellence.
Put Thema there, and sorry, you keep getting people moved off here, Riley. All right, those are.
Have you got a screen up? We're still looking at the title screen.
Oh, right. You guys can't even see the boxes I made.
That's great, yes.
Alright, don't worry about it.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, there are boxes, yeah.
You've been placed in a
Yeah.
box. You're going to need. Well, you should have. Nope. Put Riley back over there. She is leading that team.
Crowd it.
You're going to want 2 more people on each team. I've assigned the people that were quick and easy. Like, these are crew. They're going to just do this perfectly fine. The others are not crew and have other duties that they're better suited towards. But to maximize your chances at getting some valuable salvage, pre-tech salvage out of this, you're going to want to fill up each team with 5 people, including the leader.
Okay, so I think that because Riley's not really ventured into potential danger before, and because Axel looks like a bit of a nerd, honestly, Percy's going to jump in on that team.
Okay.
Sure.
Now, this is fairly unskilled with a competent tech leading you, so any one of you could fill one of those working slots. Nox, does John want to venture out into the scary world of EVA again?
I'm sorry, EVA?
Yeah, on the Fiertinero.
Extra facts
Okay.
adventures.
Enormous vehicular activity.
Exciting backsuit adventures. Oh, agreed.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Faxit Adventures. Yeah, sure.
Alright, is he gonna go with the honestly quite stacked team of Douglas and Maximus, the understacked team of Riley and non-techs, well, Percy's there, or the kind of balanced, competent team of Chishin, Elena, and Dima?
We'll head on the weaker team.
Alright, that is
That's
one
the
team
one.
filled. You need 4 more people working on salvage. I should
Definitely not us.
correct. You don't need 4 more people. If you want to maximize your chances, you need 4 people.
So we need 4 people. So is it just the? Wait, so you said that some of the people are better off doing other stuff. So, like, what is it? Just the ones that are on screen right now that we have to pick of, or what? Like, obviously we want that on census.
You could put some unnamed crew. You also have some unnamed crew.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
How enthusiastic is Kwana?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Okay, no, let me rephrase. How enthusiastic is Kwana about this in particular?
Oh, Kawana is absolutely enthusiastic. She wants to prove herself.
Okay, and she comes.
Okay.
We can
Stick on
put
the-
Kwana on the same team that Elise goes on to. That way, it's one of them gets filled, and there's just 2 more people.
Kawana loves that idea.
Yeah, I think you two should probably go on the pretty stacked team then, because not because of release, but Kwana's still learning the ropes, kinda. You know.
Sure. That's the top one, yeah. because that's
Yeah.
what Doug is.
All right. And to answer your question earlier, Viral, when I said are better off with other things, I mean they'll suffice at the salvaging stuff, but Libra is better off of shooting robots that come at you. Same with Hartman. And Acid is better off in the lab, continuing to work on destroying all of humanity.
Of course.
Wait, is that what we pay her for?
What else did you think she was here to be nice?
Nah.
She sure is telling you for that.
Good point.
No, you guys didn't decide what she's being paid for. She was unpaid, and you decided to pay her.
True.
In fairness, the humanity destroying stuff can be quite useful for people who get into as many fights as we do.
Mm.
And she puts that big humanity destroying brain to your projects now that she's being paid for it.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Yeah.
Better to have that in the tent pissing out.
So yeah, those are your choices. Natario is going to stay on the ship. She needs to be at the pilot's helm. Das obviously right on the comms. You don't really need Doug in the engines for this part. And so it really comes down to a decision of, do you want to put Asta and Libra out there, or do you want to just use some unnamed crew?
You know, I'm gonna wait for somebody else to voice their opinion first once.
Chishin puts an opinion out there and knows some of the unnamed crew and will take them. Chishin does have sharp opinions and does not want mere guards touching the materials and stuff.
That's fair, we'll let her take some of the miscellaneous crew then.
Yep.
All right. So, on this first day, as you're salvaging through the Fertinera, the structure of the ship, I'm going to roll a d6 for each of the teams. A 1 is bad, and a 6 means that you get an extra pre-tech. You're getting 1 pre-tech reward for dedicating an entire day to searching one area, and not trying to really make much out of spare parts of it.
Okay.
You do still have to roll for it, of course.
Oh.
And for that, I'm not going to keep rolling Doug. Do you guys have access to Doug's sheet to make rolls?
That's
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, so
It's the fix roll, right?
yes.
Should I just roll my own?
I think you're actually at the same modifier as Doug, thinking about it.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
you said you're at fixed 2, and I think you've got +2 in, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you're at +4, same as Doug. So
You can. It will still narratively be Doug doing the primary work on it. Just because he is much more intimately familiar with ships than Riley is.
Yeah, Riley's getting more familiar with the ship doing this.
Yeah, I don't mind
So-
you rolling it from your sheet, just as long as we recognize that it's Doug's roll. And rolling it from your sheet certainly makes it a little bit easier.
Well, that is not a great roll.
That's not a great roll.
That's a 3-3-3 roll. What the? F-
I mean,
Wait, hang on.
given that we're aiming,
I think you have a better fix roll than Doug.
given that we're aiming from 1 to 6, I would say a 10's fantastic.
Yeah, does Doug have specialist?
Doug doesn't have specialist.
Does not.
No. So Riley has better fix than Doug.
Well, then we actually will need to roll it from Doug's sheet then.
It doesn't
yeah,
matter for
you're
this
right. You
roll,
know
'cause
what?
it was
You're right.
3-3-3.
That's unfair. You should roll it from Doug's sheet instead.
And those were all 3s, so.
Yeah, I'll give you a boon here. I'm gonna check and see if that would get the pre-tech. That will get the pre-tech, so no need to re-roll it from Doug's sheet. They were all 3s anyways. That gets your
Yeah.
automatic chance at pre-tech.
Yeah, that was a wild roll. 3
3 threes, yeah.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
The chances of that are the same as the chances of Das failing a difficulty 8 program check.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
the chances of that?
Uh,
Yeah.
1 in 216, I think.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
bad.
So not wildly impossible or unlikely, but still very unlikely.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. We heard the squeak.
That's my water bottle.
Ah.
Yay, materials. Right. While Malcolm's not here, I'll take browser sheet update duty.
All right. Sounds good. There is a chance at one more. Let me actually move back to my page where I was marking down. You're on. There we go. All right. There's a additional chance for more pre-tech from this guaranteed find. The difficulty is increased by 2. So let's have somebody roll Douglas. Fix again. Difficulty 12.
Douglas.
Go, Doug. I know you're not here, but go, Doug.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah.
All right. All right. This is going to be randomized. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I almost rolled
5.
7 8.
Oh damn, you didn't have. Nice.
Yeah, 1. All right. Somewhere in this structure, there is also an amp.
Ooh.
One more chance. Difficulty 14.
Can we use the previous roll?
I believe
Mm.
that if you use the
Amp
previous
is actually looking at it. Amp is the one that we already had everything we need to fix everything. Like if we could roll anything, we don't want amp.
Oh,
Everything else
now
we need at
you've
least one more of.
got an amp for weapons.
Yeah.
Not ship
we've got
weapons,
an amp
but
that
other
we,
weapons.
An amp that we don't need for anything else.
and fix again.
And fix again. That is not going to make it. Is he going to reroll?
Good Doug. Yeah, I don't think he's doing anything else.
All right.
Or well, he's definitely not doing anything else as important as this potentially. And he rolls worse. Somehow I knew it.
Yeah.
Elise is on Doug's team. So if you want to use spend effort, you can certainly make him reroll again.
Somebody else roll it this time if you do.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you want to do that?
that.
Oh God.
Well, you've got to wait
Hello?
for Jackal to decide if Elise was going to do that.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair. That's my bad. I was impatient.
So Jackal, where are you going to spend effort to get an half-field reroll?
If you are responding, Jackal, we can't hear you.
Hmm.
I think Jackal may have
Given
that's
it
some
goes.
difficulty. But given that the premature roll did not succeed anyways, that's fine. We'll spare the effort.
You're a kind and gracious God.
Oh, and the dice are even kinder. There's one more
wow.
chance at pre-tech.
Hang on, is that the effectively the roll we would have made if we were getting parts as well?
No, this was just 3 separate 1d6 rolls.
Right. Okay. Still, if that was a trade roll to get parts.
1d6 3d6 rolls, also known as 3d6.
Yeah.
So, that looks like yet another chance at pre-tech. This one is only one chance. But let's take it away from Doug for a second. Who wants to take lead on this? Riley or Chishin?
Chishin can do it.
Did I hear Chishin can do it?
Yeah, you did.
All right. So let's put a little bit of narrative to what's been happening throughout this day. As you all unload off of the Raza, and you've got a unsupported spacewalk from your airlock to a hole in the hull of the Fertinera. It's not the giant hole through which the Raza could go. It's a hole that some analysis by Doug and Das has concluded gives you the best access to the most important structural parts. A ship this size, you could just kind of wander around inside the armoring and the hull, separate layers of the ship for days or weeks without actually finding anything that makes it all stand together. Just, skin, not joints. But you've identified that point, and all of you made the leap from the Raza to the Fertinera, and have been squeezing through parts, avoiding jagged, sharp parts that where dust has swirled in and eroded, and having to backtrack several places where things have collapsed, or simply stresses from the positioning of the ship and the things that hold it together have squeezed areas too tight. Doug found a place. Let's see, what did you get? You got an amp and a materials. Doug found a particularly dangerous place where a bit of extra armoring was being created by the application, the pre-tech application of pressure on materials that made it 10 times as hard as it should be, or 10 times as resistant to impact as it should be. And providing some of that pre-tech armoring that those ships were rumored to have. And over there in Chishin's group of competent, combined with, not incompetent, just unnamed, unknown people, Chishin's also found a bit of something yet to be determined. Why don't we roll a fixed check for Chishin? And I'm going to say that with the successes that you've already had and the examples that she's been given, she's going to get a +1 bonus on this. In addition to being proficient.
How does one roll on NPC stuff?
There's a skill button in the top right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, skill. What am I? Proficient, yes. Modifier 1.
She makes it.
Okay.
She makes it with that +1.
Woo!
Check. All right, there are now 2, 3, 4 more things that can be randomly rolled.
Ooh.
It is not amp this time.
Good.
That's something.
Aw, you guys didn't want this one. It's Metaspace.
We'll take it.
We did want that one.
You did want that one.
Oh, good.
We really, really wanted that one.
Yeah, I haven't been. Can you tell that I haven't been keeping track of what pre-tech we need for different things?
Yeah. So, like I said, she
That's it.
shouldn't.
That we could get. We have the pre-tech for the big gun at this point.
Ooh.
Mm.
We
Yeah,
did want that one, you're right.
That was the one we were missing for the big gun.
We
So
most definitely did want that one.
Jason's team has a group of hard workers. Elena and Dima and the other crew aren't strong technically minded, but Chishin is very strong in knowing what to salvage and how to carefully salvage. That her life literally depended on it, on Reina Lottie. And Elena's a damn hard worker. Dima's never slouched away from hard work, even when he didn't have legs.
Which he
So
now does.
when she finds a piece of quantum tech that looks like it was somehow connected to the piece that Douglas salvaged out and is quickly kind of overloading and kind of imploding from the lack of energy coursing along to it after Doug has removed that amp. Very subtle energy, not detectable. I'll call it an energy trickle. She and Elena and Dima quickly spring into action, tearing apart pieces of hull that might otherwise have been valuable in their own right, but just cutting through. And if sweat were a measure of effort, they'd be up to their nose in it. After several grueling hours racing against this metaspace drawing pre-tech, they're able to detach it from the trickle of energy that it was expecting, cap it off as if it was a balloon constantly being fed, and just tie it off. And you have a strange little semi-fluid metal gizmo that taps into metaspace with a feat of energy. Very useful in all this technology you have that also needs some way of interacting with metaspace through the application of regular physical space energy.
Big gun, big gun, big gun, big gun.
Yep.
Yeah, because we needed one bigger gun.
Of course, we only have one small
course.
one. How is
Yeah,
how is space piracy with only one small gun?
Yeah, how exactly are we supposed to roll 40 damage with a single gun when we've only got a gun that does 3d6?
You're so right. I'm so sorry.
You know, if my arithmetic is right, if we fire all four guns at once and roll max on everything, I think that's 94 damage.
Sounds plausible, yeah.
18 times 3 plus 40.
Yeah,
That is
94.
a lot of hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, we've only got 60 hit points.
What you're saying is that we could turn a pre-tech ship like ours to dust and then some.
Now, the 18 damage will only do 3, or would only do 3 against your ship for each gun.
Oh,
Sure.
right, yeah, armor. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Wait, nope. So, sorry, 13. Math is not working for me these days. You've got effectively 5 armor against each of those 18 damage shots. So, that's still a lot of damage. It's just not 96.
Sad.
Close.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so ignoring the armor,
Mhm.
right? Ignoring the armor, assuming all 4 shots hit us, and also ignoring the if they all hit the same thing, take the highest damage, which changes the numbers even more. If all 4 of those shots hit, there's about a 24% chance that it takes us from full to 0 in a single barrage. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, no, I won't feel guilty at all throwing multiple Union ships at you.
Good. Good. Give us a challenge.
You've spent a day salvaging. Chishin and team are beat and ready for more. Riley, how's your team feeling?
I am liking this work ethic.
We're doing pretty well.
Okay. And Doug over there with Maximus, his new best friend. Well, who Maximus wants to be his new best friend. Elise and Koana. Koana has been in high spirits all day. She is kind of like legitimately excited and happy to be out here and working again,
I'm potentially about to get in a ship fight with Union.
and potentially about to get in a ship fight with the Union.
God, I remember how. I mean, not that she's not wide-eyed and optimistic now, but I remember how much more wide-eyed and optimistic she was at the start before we revealed that. Okay, yeah, so our ship is falling apart. We all have amnesia, and I'm just scared of how much more it's going to disillusion her when we actually do space pirate stuff.
Yeah, she's. I mean, she's been on her toes. I don't know if that's a good metaphor, but she's been super happy ever since the ship got repaired at the shipyard.
Well, that's nice.
All right. Jackal, are you back with us?
My mic has been muted.
Yes.
Good.
I was thinking that might have been the case.
I said I'm here. I saw didn't see the ring, and was like, ah,
Yes.
yeah.
All right. You were very successful in your one day, and you now have 5 heat. Are you going to bugger off?
That depends. What did Das see?
What did Das see in her one day? Well, communications from a Union ship, from incoming Union ships, are becoming clearer, while they don't appear to be in what would be considered this region of space yet. They are definitely approaching. Um, there hasn't been any other activity that you've seen. There's still the communications between Union ships throughout the system. They're not they're not trying to tight beam each other and hide them. You can't hear or decrypt what they're saying, but you know that there's communication. Fortunate for you, the incoming ships are coming from the opposite side of the Fiertinera from where you were at. So they will not pass right by and have a chance to see you kind of just floating along beside it. How would you like to proceed?
We're thinking, gang.
I'd like to proceed successfully if that's possible.
There's various different things we could be successful with. What are you thinking? Like, if we were to stick about longer without building up heat, then we're probably going to need to turn the engine off. And then that means that if Union does spot us, we need to hold out for 3 hours before we can get away. Ginja, you're being uncharacteristically quiet.
Sorry, I got slightly distracted.
Fine, don't worry. So what are you thinking? Stick about, turn the engines off, leave, what?
I've blanked on the situation as well.
There is more Union approaching. Beams are getting clearer. They're coming from the opposite side of the 13 row, so they won't spot us automatically.
Okay.
Yeah. No word on whether the guys fucking about with the ship seem to have found Jason yet or not.
I think that we should dip while we have the chance.
I agree with that. Let's
That's
not
fair.
risk
If we were
it.
going to fight, that was yesterday. We don't have the time anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very soon we will have all our guns fixed.
Yeah, and then we can come back and then we can take the pile of garbage if we want it.
Hey, that's no way to talk about the Union ships. They're doing an important job for the sector.
The Union ships will become part of the pile of garbage. It's fine.
All right. Well, it's the same heat leaving as it was coming in, but your successful skill checks at difficulty 8 reduce the heat by 2. Since, as I said, you can more readily pick your exit and the timing of it than when you drifted into this space. One note, it will create one heat no matter what, just because you are still firing thrusters to move from a standstill.
That's fair.
I probably should have told you that, at the start, but I think I actually even lied to you and said that you could reduce it down to 0. That was untrue if I said that. I'm so sorry.
That, yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll hold to that for this. I will still hold to that for this.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's what, fix, pilot, and program checks?
Fix pilot and program checks. All difficulty 8. I'll go ahead and roll for Douglas. Someone else want to roll for Notario for
Really?
me? Oh, you've already got Doug. Great. Someone roll Notario, and then of course Ginja, you're on. Yep.
Don't think it matters now, right?
Yeah,
5
just...
minus 2,
Nope.
minimum 1.
Yeah, you all had to fail for it to matter.
Yeah.
I'd still like to see how Notario does here. I still want the roll.
Pilot?
Time to go. There it is. All right. Yeah, you all smoothly in and out like an operator of some kind. And you're able to leave the region of space, or at least get far enough away, drifting slowly and with minimal inputs, timed to the static and the noise of metaspace and other communications, until you're certain that proceeding normally won't immediately get you detected. That is going to take 2 days to get to that state of greater freedom, through which you're moving away from them, so you won't have really any warning if they have picked you up in your flight or your exit from the fair itinerary. While we sit on that tension, what happened at that birthday? There was a cake day. Who was it for?
That was Kishin.
Oh, Chishin. Interesting. So, what did that set up?
Some cake. Standard stuff. Yeah. Same as has been done for pretty much all of them so far.
All right. Was it set up as a surprise? Hey, Chishin, please come to the galley. or was it announced?
I think it'd be at least a little bit announced, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, you have the assistance of Kawana, and now Aurelia is also happy to assist with any kind of public anything.
Birthday shenanigans.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Socializing.
Definitely. Yeah, more help's good.
Oh, what did you call it, Viral?
I said birthday shenanigans.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
All right. So you said that it was Chishin was aware of it before she walks into an unsuspecting, and there is a little bit of resistance. She asks when notified, however she's notified, simply why. Did Dash respond?
She's asking why.
Yeah.
Birthday?
However, Dash notified her to that there was going to be some kind of a celebration or whatever Dash notified her of. She responds, "Why?"
Because we like celebrating our crew.
Okay. There's no more response after that, but Chishin does come to the galley for the birthday celebration. She seems dubious, skeptical. Like she's not real certain what to expect here when she walks in. She looks around. What is this?
It's a party. What do you expect?
Just because I was born?
Yeah. Good to have an excuse sometimes. Reminds people to do it.
We have important work to do on this ship out here. We have time for this?
Of course we do. There's always time for this.
Percy, who is also there for, even though it was not as I before, don't judge, just goes. He just sort of shakes his head slightly and goes, "Don't try and fight her on this. She's not going to take no for an answer."
My birth has never been celebrated.
Percy winces ever so slightly as he looks at Das, waiting for the explosion.
Explosion.
Yeah, the explosion. What the hell? No, what? Why? What?
Anyone who wants and is there can roll a notice check with wisdom.
Yeah, I think Percy's looking directly at her, so he'll attempt to notice.
Yeah. I mean, from Das's point of view, like, Das's birthday is probably not going to be celebrated anymore going forwards because she doesn't know when it is.
Rightly
So it's like Chishin's hasn't been before. Das's won't be in future, so she's kind of taking the birthdays.
Your birthday is my birthday now. Or rather, your birthday, my party.
Alright, well, Das, you see Kawana, Dash sees Kawana beside her, kind of getting a little bit like that cute panda, aww, expression.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
And, she's noticed something. Dash kind of picks up that there's something to notice from that, and yeah, Chi Shin is her usually fairly hard and sharp-tongued demeanor is correct, and she's very very touched by this. She's holding it together, but she is for now she's asking what do I do and what comes next, and she's smiling a lot more than probably anyone on the crew has seen her smiling since she joined.
Wow. Wait, does she see cake? Or cake?
What is the cake? What did you give Kawana any creative control over it this time, or did you try and make a real cake?
I think
I've seen
Kawana
that.
has. I think Kawana has input. Das has veto power over the input.
Kawana wanted boba bubbles on the cake. She is obsessed with boba tea now that she's had it on Lamy Era, and she bought a little stock of it, and she wanted boba bubbles as cake sprinkles.
Interesting.
I don't know what that would do, but yeah.
You know what? Apparently, anything is going to go for Chi Shin. She's not going to know how weird this is.
Is this a thing that she tried anywhere on Lamiera? Or
I think, given the number of people on the ship at this point, we could just do two, and one of them is like whatever Kawana wants to make, and the other one is sensible, and people can pick.
Are you saying Kawana's cake isn't sensible? How dare you?
Well,
Okay,
wait
right.
until you hear. As a doctor, you might agree that her Kawana's cake is not sensible.
All right.
One thing that Riley has learned about Kawana is that she still hasn't completely learned that you can't just live off of sugar or anything. Everything that is edible should be fully nutritious and able to sustain you, according to Kawana. She's slowly learning that's not the case. But when it comes to cake, it is a immediate diabetic attack.
how did she survive back at home?
Well, back at home, everything you could eat was nutritious. Those cinnamon rolls that you had back on Mona were something that you could just eat endlessly and suitably be sustained.
So why does the whole cosmos not have that? It's fucking 3250.
Well, you guys did observe that Mona had some unusual tech innovations.
So what you're saying is we need to go back in there and steal the nutritious cinnamon roll cake.
And then you could
I mean-
live off of cake like Kawana thinks you should be able to.
I mean, Koana wants to go back and see Grandpa Raggio, and we are pirates.
That might make Kawana unhappy.
Yeah.
But she'll get to live off of cake, so swings and roundabouts.
So, yes, Kawana's cakes are, if she's given unrestrained cooking privileges, which she's getting better at, making things that aren't just sugar sludge.
Yeah, the first one was a cake in name only, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Make Riley a delicious space cake.
Then yes, people enjoy the Kawana cake, but really can't eat very much of it, except for those that have the most tolerant of sweet tooth.
Me. I don't know what Percy, but me, yes.
Aurelia seems to really like it, and have that tolerance.
That sounds about right.
Aurelia could eat more of it than Kawana can.
Why am I not surprised?
All right. Anything else? Any other treats or surprises that occur with the party there?
I don't think Jesse really had much input on the planning of it. I think it's Das's thing, and he's just there to watch the fallout.
Yeah. We do have another one coming up pretty soon, though, so.
Whose?
And it'll be a party one next.
Yeah, whose is it?
119.
Oh. All right. Well,
Yep.
let's hope that he lives that long.
He's
He
only
is.
got a few days left.
He is quite old.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so you do know that if it's Nina's birthday, then we need to get like a fucking Dance Revolution set in or something, right?
Yeah, we've got a few months to make that happen.
Now that he can dance.
Yeah, that's June. We've got a few months.
Okay.
Just to avoid Koana's cake. Yep.
All right. Back in the present, you guys have left the region of space with the Fertinera and are able to salvage other ships in the region with no
Union harassment.
union harassment, unless they just happen upon you. But the odds of that are very slim, very slim.
He says about springing exactly that on his next scene.
So, what would you guys like to do?
That was a very pointed change of topic next.
You will have to travel another 2 days to whatever ship type you want. The 2 days that you traveled to get out of the region of the Fertinera was just 2 days to the 2 days of the most opportune travel. It did not take you to another destination.
It was just get away from there without attracting too much attention.
Exactly. Yeah. Do what you can to keep the Fertinera between you. And hey, there's a bigger asteroid. Why don't we angle just a little bit so that we pass behind it and then it stays in our rear? Yeah.
Yeah.
If it works, it works.
I did make some assumptions that you were taking a safer course based on your actions. If I was wrong about that, then please let me know.
Well, personally, I was thinking that we dupe them by flying directly through the midst of them, so they don't know what direction we're at.
It might have worked.
No, we
It might have done, not particularly bright, are they?
Don't worry about it.
I believe the types of ships that you can explore are also no, they're not pinned.
So how badly do we still want to be stocking up on pre-tech? Because I think we have a good percentage of what we need, and most of the reason we were looking for it so urgently was guns. So
Yeah.
how urgent
So what are we missing? Materials. Duty. Space for that. Okay. So just looking at guns, we need one conversion to get everything running. The emergency drill activation, we have the stuff for, but it would take the meta space that we want for the big gun.
Yeah, and we do
So
also
presumably
need
we don't want to do that.
We do also
we
need the
need-
actual
we need-
control thing itself, yeah.
Yeah, and we'd need other stuff to get the drive up to 6.
Yeah.
But given what's been said previously about getting the drive to 6, changing the signature, it kind of feels like we should get the guns working first.
Definitely.
And then when we have the signature, we can come in with the guns and be like, hey, yeah, we're the Raza.
Yeah,
Heads off.
we're back, bitches. We didn't die.
Yep. Exactly. So I think if we can maybe aim for a conversion next, but I don't think it's massively a priority. Like if we get a choice between conversion and other stuff, we'd probably go conversion. But
Right, but it's
priority
mostly,
right now is probably parts, because all of this is going to cost us way more parts than we've got.
I was gonna say not just priority between pre-tech, but between pre-tech and everything else. How big is the priority? Sounds like we need parts more than anything.
We need parts a lot more. Yeah.
Oh.
Let me find the fittings thing on the fittings. It's drive and just drive and weapons. Yes.
And I have
Okay.
pinned in planning channel the different choices for ship route.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in planning.
That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm thinking probably logistics. Like I think we could do default or logistics. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So we
Scratch that
need
logistics part.
40,000 parts for
Yeah.
all the guns, and we've got like
Yeah.
2,000, 3,000 something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, no parts. So I think we're doing logistics then. Unless anyone has a burning desire to do something else. At which point we will hear it out and probably do logistics anyway.
Yeah. Logistics is the one with lots of parts, right?
It is.
It is.
Yeah. Parts and cargo,
and
no
cargo.
pre-tech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good. Logistics sounds like a good idea.
Nice it would be to get the pre-tech.
Yeah, it would be nice to get pre-tech, but we've got quite a lot of pre-tech and no parts to use it with.
Yeah.
So
Probably because we prioritize pre-tech so hard at first.
yeah.
I seem to go words to the effect of, oh, it's fine, there's loads more places we can get parts.
Yeah. Well, like looking just at purely at numbers, we have 10 bits of pre-tech in stock.
Yeah.
There's only 4 that we're missing for everything.
Yeah.
So
we're close enough to full pre-tech that we can focus on parts of it.
And to be fair, as I said before, the protect parts can be used for other mods than just repairing stuff. So it was always a good bet to take those when you could find them.
Yeah, but realistically, we're focusing on the ship, especially since we have a Douglas.
All right.
Yep.
You plot a course for the nearest pocket of logistic ships that you can find. And let's see. There is no pilot check to start on your way there. There are these 3 salvage rolls to be made. I'll let you guys sort out what your bonuses are for those. And then somebody please make those rolls. The friction is 3. I should have included that.
Huh?
And actually, if we want to take our break and let that just kind of get more relaxedly sorted out, instead of trying to rush through it on air, we can do that.
Okay with that.
Okay with a quick and early break?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Come on back at right about 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, that's like 4 and a bit hours away.
You're gonna miss a lot. Alrighty. Well then, let's go ahead and get those 3 rolls, and if you would please label them so that they're easy. I'm gonna bring us back into frame.
Sometimes I feel a little bit bad about not having as much to contribute to like skill-based stuff like this. But then remember that Percy's best skills is attack bonus, and I feel better.
Yes. Yes, your contribution is keep the rest of us safe in combat.
Yes.
shoot the guy with the shotgun, right?
I mean,
Right, so this is
that.
minus friction plus the skills.
Minus
Right.
friction plus the skills, correct.
Okay, so plus con, plus fix, plus pilot. And I'll do these in order rather than mixing them up.
Thank you.
Con, exert, fix. Yeah, we couldn't have got that on the first roll, could we?
Alas, nay.
Yeah, so we're getting lots of things to sell. Lots of parts to sell, not so many parts to use. Although 13 is not bad, it is above average.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in fairness, money is useful. Money is very
Money
useful.
is money is still useful. Yeah.
Hi, am I late? Hi, am I late?
Not much.
For like a few seconds.
Cool. That's like 3 minutes though. Don't lie to me. Just to make me feel
Yeah, but we
better.
didn't start 3 minutes ago. Bold of you to assume we started on time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I rushed the yogurt making process for you motherfuckers. There's no
appreciate you.
insufficient yogurt.
We appreciate you.
Wah. Well, that's fine. We didn't have any granola, so it's suboptimal anyway. 80% instead of 100%.
Well, you'll still get quite a few spare parts because you did pick logistics ships and they have lots of spare parts.
The base is
And
probably quite high, I'm guessing.
Just not the 40,000 we were hoping for.
not quite 40,000. Not far off though. If you don't care about orders of magnitude.
Oh.
4,000.
All right, let me type this out for you.
4000. Click.
Parts. So yeah, you were, if you ignore orders of magnitude, you were pretty close with 40,000.
The problem is that we do care so much.
So, we apparently have parts industry 5 tons. Is that parts basic industry?
Let me double check.
I wonder if the native artwork is.
It is, yeah. There is parts basic industry, there's parts pre-tech industry, and there is parts universal, which is the starship maintenance
it
parts.
looks like we got that last time from the fighters. So yeah, that'll be basic industry.
Yeah.
I wonder if the native artwork is ghost beans again.
Well, the native artwork is going to be related, but you've seen kind of a little bit of what the culture and artwork of this place was. They have those crooked eyes ghost beans. What else do you think you found here? Somebody give me some kind of artwork in that vein.
Well, we jokingly said that they were ghost beans, but maybe more of those bean-ish type models were based on some other mythology.
Why are you gonna? Why are you trying to change the vein? Now, what do you mean by based on some other type of mythology?
Like instead of ghost beans, it's like dragon beans or.
Nope. This culture was pretty steeped in the ghosty stuff.
Okay. Well, I tried. Who else?
Well, I'll go ahead and throw some out there. You found literally 2 tons of uh paintings, actual painted paintings, preserved and kept in pre-tech made cargo storage so that you know they haven't deteriorated at all. Um, they're vacuum sealed. I mean, they're in a vacuum also, but they weren't. They're in their own private vacuum as opposed to being exposed to the dirty space vacuum. Um, and
Yes, but there's just so much dirt in space.
they look like they're pointillism type, just serene landscapes. But as you look closer, well, I should say, as Elise looks closer, it looks like there are points throughout some of these paintings that very much resemble the glowing light she saw as that soul husk thing, the zombie, was destroyed.
Oh.
This is art going back hundreds of years. Well, obviously, because they're hundreds of years old also. But this is what would be considered classical art for them. They just, if you didn't know what you're looking for, it would just look like, oh, well, that point is a little bit wider. But no, to Elise, that looked like a little floating, deliberate point of light.
Elliot, for context, last time we went to the Fraternal, we found people wandering
I'm
about.
sorry,
We
could
found-
you speak a little louder?
Oh, sure. So, for context, last time we went to the Fraternal, we saw these, we think, pre-scream people walking around without needing the vac suits. And we had to help a family because they killed one of their dads. And yeah, when we killed them, the pre-scream people, not the family, at least saw these weird spooky lights coming out that nobody else did.
Neat. Okay, continue.
We had some theories, but it might have been, and they were all wrong.
That's nothing new, is it?
Oh,
It-
thanks.
It really isn't. All right, you're not in a leap year, so there are only 29 days in this February.
We're not in a
Wait,
leap
what?
year. It would be 28.
I was gonna say.
Don't you math me.
Also, before we get there, we hit a birthday.
All right, we got another salvage birthday. Nice.
Wait,
Yep.
salvage birthday.
Well, that's one way to salvage your birthday.
Right. Although, if it is in fact John, then maybe he did pass away in his sleep, and that's why he's not here to celebrate.
I think Nox actually is preoccupied and unable to speak much.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, hang on real quick. But that doesn't mean that there can't be a birthday. Kawana is always happy to celebrate, and Aurelia really likes these opportunities for ship-sanctioned social mixing where she's not working. Well, where she's not doing hard, physical work.
Yeah, which is instead doing cake work.
Aurelia loves the cake work and the social work. Do you want to hold off on what that party looks like, or do you want to try and just kind of describe around what kind of party Das, Koana, and Aurelia prepare?
I would say that's up to Nox.
Yeah, I think we should hold off and make them feel awkward about it when they're here.
All right. Well, I asked that because before you have a chance to make a decision on where your next move is, something's coming down the pipes.
Oh, mum.
Is it that?
Yeah, is it Das that you meant?
Yes, but and also something else. Okay.
The original Das.
Little did you know.
We're all
no.
just clones whose memory got messed with. Or
I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
We will certainly come back to John's birthday party. You guys received this message.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It is.
That's Trail's ship, isn't it? Yeah.
It is Trail ship.
Oh.
Days without trail ticker.
Yeah, we need to reset the trail counter.
I'm okay with this.
What's the trail
Yeah.
counter?
It's how,
You
how
know
many
how we've
sessions-
got two counters on the main screen, one of which is like sessions since near TPK. One of them is sessions since Trail was relevant to the story.
Trail is Percy's dad.
Who's trail?
Yeah.
Or
Percy's
what's
dad.
trail?
Okay, Percy's adopted dad, who killed his birth parents and also the rest of their crew during a pirating raid when Percy was like 7, and they adopted him. And then Percy thought he abandoned him to die, but he didn't. It was another crewman who Trail actually shot and went back, but it was too late because Percy's girlfriend had rescued him by then. And he also
That's
got hired to.
complicated. I didn't
kill
remember
Elise.
shit except trail is like your dad. Okay, cool.
And he also got hired to kill Elise, was it? But we convinced him to go back and pretend that he had and claim the reward.
Oh my
get
god, like
later.
Snow White.
What?
Sure.
Yeah. So you get that message.
Hmm.
Well.
It's.
Huh.
They don't know where you are. It's coming from the Galactic Mandate, black box beacon that is installed in the, I believe it's Hermes 3. The Union refueling facility has a black box, basically mailbox. It is secure. Basically every ship in this region has received this message, but only you can read it. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
However, the fact that it's arrived, that probably came in on the black box of the Union reinforcements or something.
No, it would
When
it would
some Union
arrive
ships jumped in.
with a ship coming into the system.
Yeah.
So, one question: is there a date on the message?
Oh yeah, there would be a date on the message. It is today.
Huh.
Cool. Thanks.
Huh.
About 6 hours ago. Light speed transmission times and all that. Suppose I could put a date on there.
Okay, so let me pull the crowd
So it
quickly.
was sent today.
6 hours ago.
Yes.
Sounds like- Okay, so let me just pull the crowd quickly. We managed to go through the
So it-
interaction with Trail without him ever realizing, suspecting a little bit, but not realizing that Percy didn't have his memories. How do we think he would react if Percy told him?
Don't know.
Unknown. Yeah.
However, I will say the fact that this was sent 6 hours ago and we've received it already means it didn't come in on a jumping ship.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it had come in on a ship that jumped in, it would have been at least a day of delay, probably more.
They're just right around the corner.
So they must be in this system.
I see where your logic is, and I'm going to say that the Hermes station is around the most common jump-in point, which would be the jump-in point from Pana. So if they came in from Pana, they're effectively light seconds away from Hermes 3, and it would then take about 6 hours to get to you.
But my point is, if the message was sent, if the message itself was sent 6 hours ago,
Mm-hmm.
that's less time than the jump would take.
Yes. It should, what it should mean, unless I maybe not doing it right or explaining it right, but what it should mean is that the message was sent upon arrival here. That it was not.
Right, that's timestamp rather than the time that the guy actually wrote the message.
No,
I was interpreting it as the time the guy wrote the message.
It is the time that the guy wrote the message, and that time is about 6 hours ago. So you're right that it is a ship that's already in the system. The fact that you're getting it within minutes of 6 hours from Hermes 3 means that they wrote it within proximity of Hermes 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Which may actually mean that they've just jumped into this system and this is our warning.
You know, that's a point. That is a point.
Because if Trail's just jumped here, and one of his crew is saying, "Hang on, we've been acting strange," they may have been sending out this message on arrival in every system they came to give us a warning. And we're just picking that up.
Yeah, that is a possibility, huh?
Because so the thing there.
Yeah, no, I'm sold. I'm sold.
Given the sending timestamp, this ship must have been in this system when they sent it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know where we've gone. We have left since they were last here. So they have no reason to know we're in this system. They still sent that message on arrival, as if they knew we were here, or as if they were assuming we're in some system and they want to warn us as soon as they can when they arrive.
Interesting, but it's not a question I think we can answer. But I wonder what Mercury Core gave him that is so alarming.
Yeah.
I'm honestly curious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe it's some sort of tracking thing, but yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
So what connections have we had so far to Mercure? I can't remember which connections go to where.
I think, was it Mercury or Spectre Star that we think we're giving Poshal in?
Spectre Star. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you got another message.
Oh shit. Trail. Hey, you want me up?
And that's sent before. That was sent. Interesting.
Yeah, that was sent like a month ago.
Yeah, hang on. 203. 203 from QT to 30. So I will say at that point we were still in March. We were at the shipyard.
Yeah, that second message is going only to Percy, by the way.
Yeah, I see that. Well, Percy would share. Yeah, Percy would share that with the rest of the crew, especially in light of the first message.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh.
You also received that second message, exactly duplicated, but with a timestamp from here. Just a couple moments later. I actually did them backwards. I should have done the other one first. So let's disregard what I just said. Yeah.
So the second one came first, but also third.
No, I'm gonna leave it as I've put it into Discord. I'm fine with that turn of events.
Second one came second, got it.
Yeah, Masaru found some way of delaying transmission of the pending message, which would get sent automatically, and has gotten his message out first. But you are confident that that first message was actually prepared and sent upon arrival here.
Yeah. So I guess it's like they probably know that they're carrying messages, and given that Masaru knows that Trail sent one, he can sort of
Preempt it.
send his own message, watch the queue, make sure he knows which one that is, and then just move it to the beginning.
I think the most likely explanation for this, and Das might be able to figure this out, is that he created some kind of a comms error for the ship, and then sent a message from his own personal device.
That's
That
cunning.
would also work, yes.
He is near enough to Hermes 3 that he could reach and connect with it and send it from a tablet, a datapad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Masaru thought it was important enough to
Warn us.
yeah. And Ellie, Riley also sees that because Riley is considered part of command staff as far as I'm aware, and there is that Mercure gave him something in there.
The what in there? Mercure.
Mercure Corp, one of the big megacorps.
Oh boy. Oh, I don't like that. I didn't like it.
Is it bad that I'm sitting here smiling because my overwhelming train of thought is go for it, take the bait, find out what it is?
I do want to find out what they're doing here, specifically. I'm just not sure I should be doing the asking for legal reasons.
It's entirely possible that Riley already has an idea, considering, things, reasons.
Yeah, no, I probably have a decent idea. Could you DM me it though, just to be certain that we're on the same wavelength and I'm not completely misreading the situation?
Yeah, sure. Let's see, where are you? There you are.
No, why are you here? I don't like that. Go away.
Okay, so, like I say, my overwhelming feeling is run into the trap. So, unless anyone thinks it's an atrociously bad idea, I'm not hearing any protest. Percy is going to message Trail.
We haven't heard the idea yet. Come on.
Percy is going to message Trail back along. Well, my idea is run into the trap. So Percy is going to message Trail back with words to the effect of, like, being busy, but I can make some time for it. Where and when suits you.
Can we? Do we have the facilities to do like a tight beam on a specific target for a message?
As long as you know where that target is,
of course.
And it's certainly something that you could try to extrapolate from not positional data, but from the vicinity of that ship, and if you assume its course.
Oh, I don't want to tight beam to the ship.
Oh,
I actually specifically want to tight beam to the station.
Oh, that's much easier. Yes.
Yeah, because if we tight beam to the station, we don't give Trail info on exactly where we are. We tell him that we're in the system because we've replied.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the information of where we are. But we can still communicate via the station. Effectively, just bounce the signal off the station rather than direct.
Yeah,
direct to the Howling Trapper.
Good call.
I do want to remind you of knowledge that the characters have, and that is that Trail was able to extrapolate the location of the Fairtinera from the family ship's trajectory.
I was going to say, Trail was also able to extrapolate the location from, asking them.
Oh, no, they didn't tell him, yeah.
He followed the reverse of their course, basically.
I thought he said that they told him.
They gave him some indication that there's something interesting out there, just by regular, answering questions of, oh yeah, something happened, we were salvaging wreckages and something big, but they were, this is out of character knowledge, they were faithful to your request not to tell anybody what's out there. Uh, he's a good tracker, and he kind of reverse engineered the position of whatever was interesting out there that caught both their and your attention, and can make his way there.
But we're
Yeah, I
not
mean,
there. So.
well, he met us on the way, remember? But yeah, I haven't had anybody screaming protests yet, so yeah, I'll just ping that message back to Trail off the
I would
station, of course.
like more detailed information from the Mercury Corp people.
How do you mean?
Do you have baggage that we don't know about?
Yes, but also no, don't worry about it.
I mean, in fairness, we haven't spelled our whole backstories yet because we don't know our whole backstories yet.
I haven't told my whole backstory because nobody has bothered to even ask. So I'm just doing like, yeah, no, that's fine, all right.
Yeah. So, what
Come to bite us in the ass, I'm sure.
what would you like to know? Well, we can roll to see if Riley has any good speculation or guesses.
It's a Mercury ship, right?
No, it's not. So Trail is actually a bounty hunter who does work for any of the corporations.
Right.
That's where the money is.
Wait, how was Mercury Corp involved then? My brain is half off. I'm sorry.
They hired him to hunt down Elise.
Wait, Mercury Corp?
Mr. Jack with the Union hired him to hunt Elise. Mercure Corps hired him to get that puzzle tube that Das opened.
Right, yeah.
Had your QEDs in it, but the QEDs weren't the original contents.
Yeah.
So that's what he meant by the box turning to a dud. I thought he meant that.
Yeah, the box is
assuming that-
the box is the
assuming-
puzzle box that Das spent like 13 sessions opening.
Yeah,
Riley is a lot more interested in the puzzle box. That aside. So Trail has been hired, right? Cool.
That, it suddenly seems like a much worse idea to tell Trail that we've lost our memories. I'll see. I'll see if I can feel out what he thought the box was supposed to be. If he has any ideas.
I wouldn't happen to know who in Mercury Corp might be willing to hire a mercenary to collect that box, would I?
Yes, just about anybody in Mercure Corps.
Yeah, no, I figured that would be the. I figured that.
I'm sorry to be so vague about that, but yes, Mercure Corps outsources ruthlessly because Mercure Corps puts up an image of being a family-friendly pharmaceutical and cosmetics and household goods company.
Of course, family friendly.
So it's basically like Nintendo back when they had ties to the Yakuza.
Yes. Might be worse though.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I mean, not only do they outsource ruthlessly, they also outsource their ruthlessness to mercenaries.
Yeah.
Okay, it was funny on my head. I'm sorry.
That's fine. We'll forgive you this time. So yeah, there's not there's not much you could glean from the fact that Mercure hired mercenaries.
More specific to who might be interested in the box rather than hiring the mercenaries. But
I will say that if the crew comes together and talks about it, there are pieces of information that Riley could make some better guesses if she knew.
Well, I do think it's not unreasonable to say that Percy would just call a full command meeting, like, okay, this happened, what the hell are we doing? And then fill in Riley on more or less what we've talked about since she didn't have context.
All right, we're returning this to the conference room.
Right. Well, that happens later then, I suppose.
Yeah. So is a message sent before people get together and talk, or is a message sent and then you do you get together and talk and then send messages?
Definitely get together and talk first.
Okay.
Percy make a decision like this on his own.
Who else is going to the conference room?
Yes.
Bridge.
Is there a difference? If we're holding conferences in the bridge,
Yeah,
just
the bridge is fine too.
Yeah. And that can be an event directly above the bridge listing if she wants.
That'll be in whatever room it is. She's not going to be hiding in vents to do this.
I know, I mean, she can if she wants, but as long as she's there listening.
Yeah, she's in the room.
Okay.
I don't.
So yeah, Percy will basically just... The discussion basically goes the same as it did here. Percy's just like, this happened, probably a bad idea, I want to go for it. And then Billy's like, wait, what, who, what? And we explain like we just did.
Right, and what can you tell me about the box?
So, we think it was originally a present from...
We
from
don't
Griffin
entirely
Cage.
know what
Yeah.
started. No, the Griffin Cage box is separate.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, wait, okay, wait, what?
origins of the box being on the Raza. It was on Nali Varmita, Carafali.
Sorry.
With Trail. He had deposited it with a vendor there to try to open it, to my understanding. Das stole it from that vendor. Later that same night, that shop burned to the ground, and Das got charged with the
Arson.
crime of doing that, arson and murder.
The only crime on her record.
The only crime on her record.
That's
well,
a good joke.
excluding Stet, but you know. Anyway, Das then stowed away aboard the Raza, got on board, stuff happened, trauma happened, whatever. Das is here now. We don't know what the original contents were. When we woke up after losing our memories, that box was in Das's quarters, locked, with all of our QEDs inside.
She fiddled with it for like a dozen sessions.
And it took 13, 14 sessions to get into. It was a while.
Yeah, and she...
in-game terms.
A while. Let me have a look. I've got notes.
Yeah.
We found the box.
She was playing with it like a fidget cube the whole time.
Yeah. Okay. Found the box on the 17th of September.
Can we call it September now?
September. Yeah.
Well, Steppenwolf.
And then the box opened sometime near the end of December.
I like how you said the box opened like you weren't the one opening it. The box decided to open at the end of December.
Yeah, Das got it open at the end of December. So what is that?
That's forced the box to divulge.
3 months.
That's forced the box to
of fairly consistent effort.
That's forced the box to divulge its each and every secret at the end of December.
Yeah.
The secret were your copies.
Now, there is one other piece of information that will help Riley make some educated guesses, and that is the amount that Trail was apparently offered to retrieve this box.
Right, yeah, because that probably would have come up. It was stupid high, wasn't it?
It was stupid high. And
he was gonna. It was something, wasn't it? Something like he was gonna split his share with Percy, and that was 300,000 for Percy.
Yeah, as my
five people on that ship.
As my signing back on bonus, it was something like that. Yeah, so that would have been what, 3 million overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that kind of mercenary contract is definitely not low-level Mercure execs.
Yeah, I don't think you needed to be a part of Mercure to get that one.
In fairness, I probably could have guessed that one.
Yeah, that does narrow it down.
Yeah, that contract was approved and all that by high levels of Mercure Core.
Yeah,
That's worrying. Really, really worrying. I love that. Great.
You got any thought? You got any thoughts, Doctor?
Well, besides the obvious that this was signed off by, at the very, very least, someone very high up the Merca chain of command.
Right. Percy nods like he guessed that.
Yeah, no, you not that much of an idiot. That is. When in the world could they? That much money? Why?
Presumably,
Yeah,
the original contents were valuable.
Yeah, I just wonder what they could have been.
Yeah.
I imagine it was some sort of data storage that they wanted to keep secret, which gives me some ideas of what it might have been, but none that I am completely confident in sharing as of this moment.
I mean, they say pre-tech is priceless, so I thought it might have been some sort
Pre-tech
of
is
like fancy
priceless, you're right, but data
So
on
maybe
human
pre-tech is fine?
experimentation might be high up as well.
Huh. So go on and hit us. What are your not very confident in stated out loud thoughts?
Well, one thing is that it might have been a cache of the results of the totally and completely not happening illegal human experimentation that Mercury Corp definitely does not partake in, as per PR department statements.
Of course not. They're an unethical, soulless megacorp, but human experimentation is where they draw the line.
Yes,
Of course.
That's totally something that we didn't do.
Of course not. That's definitely not why we were blowing them up for.
Yep, but that is something that they definitely would not want to keep out there somewhere. That they're willing to pay a decent amount of money for.
Yeah. Wait. So do you know that megacorp were experiment on people, or is this just part of the guess?
I'm not sure how far my NDAs reach.
You've been hired onto the most notorious fucking space pirate ship on this side of the sector.
I don't think the NDAs matter at this point.
Well, as I wasn't ever personally involved, I can't say with certainty, but well, there were very persistent rumors in-house that it was definitely happening, which I can't just push aside. But they come from somewhere.
And let me guess, you would take it personally you weren't asked to be involved?
Repeat that question?
Let me guess, you would take it personally that you weren't asked to be involved?
I don't have to answer that.
Of course you don't, it was a joke.
Just want to put a note out. Jackal, are you muted?
I am not.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, other than that, there could have been company secrets, but
Well,
company secrets.
Yeah, but are they
could
really
be
worth that
anything.
much? I mean, they trust a
Well, I
mercenary
mean,
with
depends on
retrieving
the
something.
company secrets, really.
Is it egotistic to think that it probably wasn't something that doesn't relate to us in the slightest? Like, Mercury Corp internal workings, that's just... I don't know. I feel bad saying not as interesting, but... You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, the method of acquiring it was not necessarily connected to us. Given Das basically just stole it from where she was and hopped on the Raza. Although it being in the same place as the Raza, there maybe is a connection.
Yeah.
Like it's. I don't think we know why the Raza was on Nali Varmita to start with. So it could have been that they were going for it, or had some idea of it.
You do know that ships never land on Nali Varmita. It never happens. Nope.
Yeah, that planet's quarantined or something, right?
Yeah, it's a prison planet. Ships are not allowed on its surface.
Yeah, and somehow Das managed to stow away on the Raza from that planet. So the Raza definitely landed.
Which means the other ships might have also landed.
Yeah, well, presumably Trail's ship as well, because Das Das didn't know it at the time, but looking in those memories, Das has seen Trail on that planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like
Which,
Das saw Trail on Nalivamita.
and there's no real mega corporation that wouldn't break a law if they could get away with it. I'm just saying.
No, it's very true.
Like we're the biomedical engineering for aesthetic purposes for a reason. It's not because we didn't know how to change people on a genetic level to some degree. Speaking of which, if all of you are notorious criminals, maybe it'd be something to think about changing your visuals. I could probably whip something up.
I suggested that a while ago.
Well, yes, but now you have someone who actually worked with the stuff who could whip it up for you.
I suggested that a while ago after you joined us.
Must have missed
Don't
it.
like high-end scanners test your DNA unless you can change our entire fucking genetic composition. I don't think it'd mean anything.
Oh god, don't say that. She'll take it as a challenge.
Challenge. Why? That's exactly what I'd like to do. Why? Thank you for volunteering.
The body sculpting cybernetic at the TL5 level actually can change your DNA.
Yeah. We're not operating at a TL5 level.
Yeah, there are very few cybernetic shops that will be able to offer that level of service.
For now.
And the Bionetics shops or the Bioware shops are, well, you've got Riley.
I don't know if that's supposed to be a compliment or a threat, but I'll take it.
Yes. So, how are you responding to Trail now that you've gotten a little bit more information there? Or are you responding to Trail?
Can we respond by a big gun?
No, I still want to go
We
into
don't
it.
have
Is
the
that bad?
parts for it.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, you can always kill him afterwards.
I mean, it depends what Makio gave him, really.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he's just fucking playing a different level of Prisoner's Dilemma, and he actually wants to turn on them with us.
Maybe.
No, I'm not. I'm not fucking coping. You're coping. But yeah, I'm down. So I think, again, unless there's any objections, I think I'll just send Trail the. Yeah, I'm busy, but I can find some time for a drink. Where and when are you thinking?
Via the station, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Come on, I'm reckless, not stupid.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit stupid.
Go ahead and type it real quick into discussion. Just oh, you know what? I should have put those in. Hang on, let me put those both in the in text.
Yeah, sorry. Give me a sec.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah. What's our post stamp?
It's going to be basically the 3251, but without the 6 hours ago.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
There is that one, and one moment, I'll put the other one in. Copy text. There you go. Now, if you wouldn't mind just typing it in real quick.
I am. Give me a moment.
Perfect.
Okay, and it's 3 backticks to get the formatting up at the top, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and then it's
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
you can actually go on the 3 dots on a message and do copy text, and it'll copy everything. And
sure,
then you can.
or I can just do that. Should I copy it out of text roleplay as well?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, yeah, so there is the response. Doop. Now, who's ready to watch Percy walk out an ambush and fucking die?
We're here, aren't we?
Well said. It's okay, if he dies, I'll mourn him in their role in your character.
Optimistic.
What, you think I'm just gonna get kicked out of the campaign altogether if Percy dies?
Yes. You can one character.
Dex wouldn't do
I
that, I'm
have
too
seen it
funny.
happen.
Dex wouldn't do that, I'm too funny.
Eh. No, I wouldn't do that.
Or would you?
What, because of bad response to the last time?
It's just, it's honestly easier to keep a player and have them roll a new character than it is to find a new player. It's just not worth the effort, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, technically after the last time our character left, we did get a new player. It took a while and it wasn't directly related, but
was that me?
yeah.
Yes, it was petitioned and I agreed. We're still seeing how that turns out. All right. Well, what are you doing in the meantime? Are you going to wait for a response? It will be 12 hours plus or minus, depending on
Whether he takes back.
well, yeah, no, you're type beaming this directly to the station, so he's not going to have. Well, he wasn't going to have any indication of where you are by just a regular, transmission. I don't think.
My thinking was if we're transmitting, that's a signal that they could look at the source of.
Mm.
I haven't been allowing that for the Union transmissions. If you type beamed it to him, then yes, I do think so. Um,
Hmm.
there is still benefit to type beaming it to the station. It means that Union doesn't know that, hey, there's been a communication.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have been giving you and Union general area, like not even fully region of space, but hey, something transmitted from that direction over there. So it is still worth, yeah, it is still worth the caution of taking a type beam.
Yeah.
But that does mean that it's going to take approximately 6 hours to get to Hermes, and yeah, depending on how far he's traveled, between 6 hours and a minute to get from Hermes to him, and then any response from him will be 6 hours. So you can wait it out, or you can start moving on to a new pocket to begin scavenging, salvaging.
Just on the off chance that he knows where we are, I think we're probably better moving.
All right. You want to move to a new another logistics pocket?
Be nice.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a int pilot check, or if it's from Notario, just pilot, skilled. Yeah. Atari is able to pilot a course to a logistics cluster that is balancing the concerns of time. You don't want to spend weeks looking for a good cluster, and how much it's already been salvaged. You are kind of getting to places that have already had some salvage work on them, but of course these are, there's multiple ships in each cluster, so there's still going to be good goods. While you're traveling, you get a message back.
Here we go.
Next. Um.
Well.
Sorry, I actually have to type this one out. I didn't have it prepared.
Fine.
I did not know what your response was going to be.
Exactly what I thought. Yeah. Okay. So how bad do we think it's going to be? Okay, bad, terrible, or worse?
Should be okay.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Should be just okay.
That's reassuring. Oh, fuck.
Actually, I should change the timestamp on that. Hang on.
He said that 6 hours ago? That's impressive.
5 hours ago. Oh, it's yeah. It's still 5 hours ago. But that gives you the information that yes, he is already en route. He is traveling. While my reduction of 6 hours to 5 hours is definitely not mathematically correct, it gives you guys enough information to know approximately what speed he's traveling, an idea of his direction. If you or where he is, if he's traveling straight from Hermes 3 to the Fertinero, and it took this many hours, and you've moved this far, you guys can predict that he'll reach the Fertinero in about a little bit under a day and a half. So about 20. Let's just go with 36 more hours.
Okay.
When you left, the Union ships were still there.
Yeah. I'm thinking of messaging Trail and saying that there's Union stuff over there. You sure it's a good idea?
Anybody objecting to that? You don't have to type it out at the time. We can just
Too late. I've already typed it.
Okay, fine. Are you going to give him a destination to go to? You're at a pocket of logistics ships. They've got lots of cargo space, lots of room on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll suggest that.
Oh boy.
So they're expecting Trail to send back, why did you just type insert somewhere in your current location instead of telling us where? Meta commentary. Fortunately, I don't think Trail has any awareness of the fourth wall, so probably safe. And
Dang
even
it.
if he can't see through the fourth wall, joke's on him, this isn't my real name.
Sure.
Okay, that's only 4 hours ago. He is approaching.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Huh. Wait, so if he was going towards Moiran and we're heading away from that location, does
You've
that
bought
not mean
yourself a little bit more time. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, does that not mean he was already coming towards us, even as he said he was on his way to the big thing we found before?
You weren't going directly away from the Fraternera. I kind of imagined you were once you'd gotten out of the region where Union could see you. I kind of imagined that you just meandered to a nearby pocket of logistic ships, which may have been perpendicular. In fact, that actually is. Yeah.
That is very distinctly not no, but I understand.
Oh. Yes, he is traveling at about the same speed as you guys are. And since you're not traveling directly away from him, yes, he has been gaining on you. Estimating time that you have here, about 36 more hours as he changes course to come to your direction. And his "I'm on the way" did include actual ship, course data to tell you exactly where he's going.
I actually find this less suspicious now you've admitted that yes, he was heading towards us.
No, he was heading towards the Fraternera. Now
Yeah,
he's
but that was
changed
changing
course.
early, yeah.
Yeah.
He was heading direct for the Fraternera, which was vaguely in our direction, but now he's coming straight for us.
Yes.
Because we told him where.
I just saw the Count Dooku.
Yeah. I just I sense a trap. What's our next move? Spring the trap. Like that's just Percy's approach here, right? Like
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this looks like a trap. Let's walk into it.
So now the question is,
how else are you supposed to find out something about this trap setter? I know that's probably not the question Dex had in mind. Go on.
No, it's fine. The question I have in mind is, are you going to spend time salvaging, or are you going to make preparations again? Let me move you to the gridless grid.
Well,
new gridless grid that hasn't been numbered yet.
Please don't number it.
Okay, so
I promise I won't number the grid again.
Thank you. I have all the character sheets up at the top, and it's so hard to see them when they're minimized and transparent.
Can I alphabetize the grid
No.
though?
Yes.
Oh, you're doing it at the bottom.
I have made no such promise. Oh, no mind.
Bastards.
Yeah, I made no such promise.
Percy to A5.
All right. So what's the plan? Are you just gonna wait for him? Are you gonna prepare anything?
Don't know where Zed goes.
It doesn't. Unfortunately. Okay, so it occurs to me that the last time we tried to blow Trail up, we wound up not quite making friends with him, but almost. So if we prepare to blow him up again, maybe we'll actually make friends with him this time. He did say we were going to party hard.
I love the implication of him coming aboard, just like, you planted bombs again, you little rascal.
He did. His team did noticed them last time.
Which means that they also noticed that we didn't fucking turn them into space pavement pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, no, that
We should do it again.
right. We've gotten along with him better every time we've threatened to blow him to Kingdom Come. So,
This is true.
and like I say, he did say he's going to party hard. So,
So you guys have a cluster of large ships to work with. This map is yours.
huh.
Okay.
I'm not stipulating really anything except, of course, keep it in line with ships. But like I said, the ships are large enough. They were logistic ships. They were carrying stuff. So if you want just a big old empty space, you've got a big old empty space.
I just want to remake the room from before, basically.
I very much thought about just copying that over, but there was a lot of other stuff on it.
Yeah.
Excellent diagram. Excellent.
Yes. Unless there's an objection.
I think there's an objection to actually setting off the explosives before finding out whether we need to or not, but otherwise, no objection.
I don't have any objections to the objection of using them. I have an objection to the objection of not setting it up.
Mm.
Hopefully,
I have an objection. Are we sure 2 explosives is enough?
They are Douglas Specials. They are probably Douglas Specials.
They
What
are
I will
Douglas-
say
Okay.
is, let's pick somewhere that's. Yeah, you know what? Let's pick somewhere that's relatively environmentally sealed, just because Tail said, like, I'm gonna bring the booze, get ready to party, boy. Which means either he's wanting to come onto our ship, vice versa, or we're picking somewhere with an atmosphere. I know we're not going to find anywhere with an atmosphere, but somewhere that's not like open to the vacuum of space, if we can.
It wouldn't be hard to pump atmosphere into a room, to seal a room, and pump atmosphere into it. You'd seal off a section of corridor from an airlock, etc., etc. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we had like enough air to do that, or if we just kept recycling the same air, and we couldn't afford to pass any off, really.
Well, you reached Miran on the 14th of February. You can have. I am assuming that you topped off your air supply then, but you know what? Even if you didn't, I do have it marked here that you fueled up on the 12th. So you've got 2 months from February 12th before you really have to start worrying about the air supply. Well, I guess 6 weeks, but
Yeah, and even then we can, start putting people on ice to save the air.
Yes, you can. You've got 9 working stasis tubes.
Yeah. I was going to say someone else's turn this time, but honestly, I'm probably still one of the ones with the least useful skills.
However,
unless we get raided.
I do still maintain that the 2 months does not actually decrease meaningfully by having people in stasis. 2 months is still a hard limit, with the exception of the tutorial, the opening sequences which was a special event. But normal life support usage, you've got 2 months whether you crew the ship with 200 people or 10.
Okay, well, yeah, I think it would probably be polite, I guess, to seal off an area and put the air, like pump air into it.
Yeah, and under the same logic, I'm not actually going to make that take any of your time away.
Appreciate it. I mean, it probably won't make a difference. I doubt we're gonna be out here for another month, but yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were supplying life support to like an entire other cruiser ship,
Mhm.
that might be different. But again, that would be more of an event situation than a simple math situation.
Yeah, I imagine that'd probably just chop it in half anyway because it's 2 ships.
Yeah, something like that.
So, the question then is, do we want to rig up explosives?
I thought there were objections to that objection.
I object to your objection to the objections.
Damn Okay, show of hands. Are we? Not show of hands. I can't see it. Are we setting explosives? Yes or no?
Why don't we do this with tokens? Yes? No. Place your token.
Where am I putting that? What are we voting for?
Do we want to set up explosives in case we need to blow trail and his crew up mid party?
Police is going to G3.
Yeah.
Nox.
Not sure.
How recent was that yes? That yes was right now. All
That was
right.
right now, yeah, that is for this.
No,
Fair.
that was the last thing. Don't you remember? Don't you remember, Father?
No.
I don't know what Riley's vote is over there.
I think that's way far into the yes.
So that is a very enthusiastic yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, deep into the yes. Okay.
It always pays to be safe.
And
Okay,
Das
no,
and Percy are kind of uncertain.
Yeah, so that's 3
Das
yeses.
is officially abstaining.
Okay.
Okay, Percy's just not sure. So it tells a story that everyone except Percy, who is not abstaining, has said yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yep. Okay. Fine. We'll set up the explosives.
All right. You have Douglas specials, and I'm not, specifically going combat stats on these. So if you want to set up the the zones that you anticipate the explosives will have full impact.
Yeah.
Just some light color that just kind of boxes in the danger zone.
Some sort of, say, a red color?
Sure, red is good.
I would just make a joke about there's red on the map already.
And is this room a wide open space, or are there crates in here? Do you have cover if a firefight breaks out?
I think we'll probably set up some crates to use as quote-unquote tables.
All right, you can easily get some chairs in here, or chair-like things.
Yeah, chair substitutes. I can't believe it's not chair.
Exactly. They can set those up as little boxes also.
Sure.
And the other question I have is, how far away are either of these exits from your ship?
Okay, so I think
I would suggest if we can get away with it.
That's perfect color, by the way.
One goes that way, one goes that way.
Yeah.
And each ship is not too far down the corridor.
Right. Yeah,
that's an interesting idea, Nox.
It is possible if you want to do that.
I'll be honest, I kind of like it. Although, maybe in addition to the cover being set up in our favor, we also have the boxes and stuff, quote unquote, chairs and tables. So we have them kind of in the
We
middle.
did. There were. It was tables and stuff last time that we had for cover, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but we had them all piled up as cover. This time we want some to use as tables and chairs.
Mm.
If you'd like, I can drag you over to the other map that you had. Here. Whether you like it or not, I'm dragging you over to the other map.
Whee!
This is what you had last time.
Really don't
Yeah.
like it. What if I have a contentious objection?
Shame. Dex is God here.
Objection with which part?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you, Ellie. I'm sorry.
Mm,
So you've already set it up very similar. It's just the tables that are
Mm.
the cover that's not entirely set up. Let's see if this works. Let me remove some of this stuff here. I'd better try and be more careful about my pick. Okay, great. Nope, that didn't work. That didn't work. Send that to the map. Now I can't select it. That's still not working. Why does Roll20 hate me so much? Delete him. Alright, I think I got it. We'll see. Let's see if this works. It did, sort of. But they're not all linked. Alright. I'm gonna bring you back over to the map that you're working with.
Yum. Okay, quick, someone copy this. Oh, too late.
And don't appear to be able to just select them, but let's see if this... Oh, that's moving your entire thing. Alright, I'm moving that back to the map. Layer. Map layer. Nope. Alright. This is how it was set up. I'm certain of it.
I'm certain of it, he says uncertainly.
Looks exactly right to me.
Yeah, close enough.
Sure.
There you go.
Perfect.
Now that's back to it.
couldn't have done it any better.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Would it be a dick move to point out that just because you couldn't do it any better doesn't mean it couldn't be done any better?
No, it couldn't have been done any better.
Mhm.
So you wanted to set it up like you remember it. You've got video evidence of how you'd set it up, so that's not a problem. And it's a fairly good likeness. There was a counter-like area along this wall-ish that was squeezing some of the space that you had. You wanting to include that?
Hmm.
I'm sorry, I zoned out for a sec. What's up?
There was a counter like space over here that was kind of limiting the amount of space that you actually had.
Yeah, yeah.
You also want that.
Sure, why not?
Okay. Go ahead and draw that in right along my line.
Eeh. Line. Oh wait, I didn't mean for that to be that colour. That's not it. Come on, line. Close enough.
Okay. Funny enough, that was actually the very first gridless grid map?
And a gasp.
Hooray!
Big ass.
Nostalgia.
Yahoo. Even.
All right, you've got it set up. You can place yourselves on there as you like. I do not have a token for Siri yet. Are you bringing Siri?
I doubt it, to be honest.
No, it doesn't sound like a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think. I
Are
don't
we
think she
bringing Das?
does. That want to be brought.
Because we didn't last time because we thought Trail might have recognized her from Nali Varmita.
By that same logic, I think maybe no, but if she wants to, I'm not going to stop her.
No, she's fairly indifferent, so yeah, she'll stay on the ship and monitor.
All right, I'm gonna repurpose these yes and no into. Actually, I don't have anything for the no, just a.
It's fine. I've done it.
There you go. Thank you for the box. I'm gonna go ahead and put John over where he was last time again, and who else do you want here, and where do you want them?
I think we had Doug last time, but unfortunately, him not being here means we can't do a perfect replica. A reenactment. You know what I mean? Anybody else want to come?
We are nearing the end of our session, so if this ends up being something where, you get into combat, unlikely as it is,
He's trying to temper our expectations.
we can't always say, all right, that's a session, and Doug's in position.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll bring Doug in. Riley, at least thoughts?
I would like to be in the room in case shit goes south, but I know that they're also hunting me, so.
Well, not anymore, remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he managed to sell it well enough that. Well, assuming he's not lying about everything, he managed to sell it to Mercure Corp well enough that. Well, actually, no, we don't know that he's reported back to Union. Yeah, no, they might still be hunting you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be there. In the hole, but around the corner.
That's fair.
And this being in atmosphere is good if Riley is wanting to monitor for signs, means you're not having to, get through all the layers of vac suit, but it does mean that Riley would have to be present. It's certainly possible to try and read or see things through the various cameras and monitors, but it's way less than ideal. So what do you think, Ellie? Is Riley there?
1 second.
I was
Okay.
about to say, I'm not sure if Ellie's there.
Ah. Alright, and where was Douglas last time?
Right, sorry, my mum came in to say goodbye. What was the question about?
Oh, I deleted everyone off that map. Is Riley there in the room?
I mean, she was coming along, wasn't she?
Okay.
That's
and
just
pleasure.
asking the issue.
I'm sorry, if you threw a whole slew of information at me, I did not hear because my mum was here to say goodnight.
Basically,
fine.
it's, do you want to come to the thing?
Sure, I like some insight.
Alright, go ahead and place yourself inside, and we'll put Doug over there. Doesn't actually have to be there to set things off, but
No, obviously he does. He's on top of the TNT plunger thing. Which better make sure that it doesn't move down accidentally or boom.
All right, you spend some time setting things up to look just like they were before, and to give yourself 1 unit of distance to the Raza. I do need to know a little bit more about what that means to you. What is 1 unit of distance?
Exactly what I was wondering.
I don't know who wrote it, but I would assume whatever the distance is to the Raza, we want 1.8 of that to Trail's ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, it sure is convenient that we managed to find a room with the qualities that we needed and the arrangement that we needed. Exactly that amount of distance between the two shipping locations, isn't it?
Yeah,
Also,
it's
I love how
exactly.
it's just no up at the top.
That may come in use later. All right, who did put the 1 unit of distance on there?
Not me.
I put that there.
I was gonna say it looks like you're writing.
It is my writing, unfortunately.
What
I
was
think it's-
your intent with a unit? Like, how long you?
Oh, it's an arbitrary unit of distance. I'm just saying that the way back to our ship is a little bit shorter than the way back to their ship.
Okay.
However many like meters or whatever unit of measurement we're going to use for that is whatever, but that's 1 unit of distance. Whatever that distance is arbitrary.
Okay. Well then, I'm going to say that it's a very good point, Viral. Things can't be perfect for you guys. So I'll take your advice and make things more difficult.
It wasn't advice. It was gratitude to our gracious boss for giving something so convenient.
No. I recognize that as GM advice. I appreciate that.
Like,
Oh.
if it was good, you know that I have no qualms with giving you GMing advice if I think something's gone sideways.
No, I know, I'm teasing.
I know.
So yeah, the route back to the Raza is not a quick, straight shot. You've had to rig things up to get the atmosphere in here, but you could only get that so far and so close to the Raza, and you're no longer tethered by an actual tube connection with the Raza. You're able to bring in enough life support, little subsystems, some little machines that are keeping the air that you do breathe clean. It's a large enough room, and there's enough clean and unbreathed oxygen that even without those machines, you'd be able to be in here for several hours before anything bad started happening. In fact, I think the size of the room, probably days. But it's never a bad idea to have a machine that's looking at it and making sure that everything is okay. The path back. Nope, that's not what I wanted. FF, yes. The path back. Why is it orange? Come on. I don't want orange. I want the GM color of a color that is not even in the selector tool. The path back is marked by a couple of twists and turns going back.
Sorry, Ken.
And actual obstacles you weren't able to get a straight shot through without some kind of, hey, we need to navigate this carefully. And oops, way too big. A full-on barrier, the actual airlock. That's locking the breathable air inside for you. From there, it is a fairly straight shot to the Raza, courtesy of some holes that you have created. Theirs I'm not going to detail for reasons unknown. But yes, Just to note that this will be, if you're having to make a hasty escape, a point of challenge for you, as well as the airlock.
So if we need to make a hasty escape, then we need to walk a route that looks like a fucking Dance Dance Revolution.
Hey, you're the one that mentioned it earlier.
I was gonna say.
Left, down, down, left, down, right, square. You've.
Square. What direction is square?
Oh no! You actually have to press the square button.
When you're walking.
Huh. Yeah. Just belly flop on the whole thing.
Belly fluff.
Yeah, you could do that too. Yeah.
No. That's what I heard. But
belly flop.
Oh. That does make slightly more sense. Are you good?
I think I still have tokens for Trail and his crew. Oh, I never actually made them into tokens, did I? Because
no, they just had faces.
Yeah, at that time, they were the AI was giving me fits. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah, didn't one of them have like several arms?
They all had like 5 heads.
Right, yeah, that's why we used that picture, because I had 5 heads and we're just like, that's all of them.
Yup. I'm not doing that again because that was horrific. Dang, I would have, if I remember that, I would have made the actual tokens for them. Not that we need tokens, but still. I think I still have that. Yep, there's the 5-headed. Is this Trail? Yep, there's Trail. All right.
Yeah.
Trail comes in, followed by the Trail mix. Let's see. Trail's crew. Yeah, do you notice that they're down 1?
Interesting.
Is Masaru here?
Masaru is here. The French seasoned veteran was not.
The guy with the sunglasses, right?
No, he is here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sunglasses guy. Hello.
That was a French suave charismatic strategist.
Do they speak any French?
They speak Parisian.
Ah. Pour les Parisiens, on sait très bien, mon jeu.
I apologize. I thought these were set up.
Yeah, it's alright. It's pretty late anyway.
It is getting fairly late.
I have to travel for like 6 hours tomorrow. Help. Probably more.
You have my sympathies.
Yeah, I have to go to like the airport, in Amsterdam. So.
Alright, and the last one, Sophie. So, you catch Masaru's eyes as he move them around. As he notices the similar arrangement, and well, the more perceptive of you don't even need to roll to see his sharp eyes look over to where the bombs were set up last time.
Please tell me we set them up on the opposite side to the thing.
My understanding was that you set it all up the same.
Yeah, that does make sense, yeah.
Well,
I can certainly backtrack if you guys wanted to be more stealthy about it, but that would involve changing some things about the setup.
How do we feel about that?
I mean, we put the bombs in different locations, right?
No.
And that's what he's asking.
Why did we? Why did we not have it? Why did we not put them in different locations?
I assumed that when you said you wanted to set it all up the same, you wanted to set it all up the same. It was
I
well
mean, I wasn't
positioned
here
last time.
I wasn't. Riley wasn't here last time, so Riley couldn't have known where it
Yeah.
was last
I
time.
mean,
so-
the original suggestion was visually identical.
Yeah,
So
John,
I think, given
John-
Nox's thing there of dummy
Yeah.
bombs where the old one was,
That's fine.
but the actual bombs are not there.
Okay. The having them in those same locations is not a negative assumption. That they were positioned well.
Hmm.
The only difference with moving them is, I mean, it's not going to make too much of a difference. It's not going to make a mechanical difference. But as I said, it does require you to move some things so that it's not a visual replica, it's a visual likeness.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Though I do think it's really funny having them set up so similar. Oh yeah, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, no, the bombs were there all along.
Oh yeah, we didn't actually find those. Yeah, good catch. Good catch.
There you go.
He comes in, he sees the where the old bombs were. He's like, I'm not gonna backpedal on a good plan.
I mean, it would have worked. We could have turned him into his crude space dust last time if we wanted.
And Trail happy to be able to take off his helmet, seeing you guys all there. So they're of course dressed in vac suits just like you guys are, but can't take the helmets off. And looks over at Percy and smiles. It's good to see you again, boy.
Percy nods. You too, old man.
Bring it here. He comes over for a hug.
Sure.
Is Percy going to let him exit the explosion zone, or is Percy going to go into the explosion zone?
Percy's going to the explosion zone.
Okay. And I've got another retroactive question. Were you trying to hide the bombs better this time? You did not hide them very well last time at all.
Yeah, in fairness, we were actually expecting to have to blow them up last time. This time, I don't think we're expecting to have to blow them up, question mark?
Okay, so
So
visible
we'll
dummy
probably hide
bombs
them
in the
better.
old positions.
Yeah, yeah, as a joke, yeah. But-
Do they have
But
bang
yeah,
written on them?
We recreated our last meeting with love.
Yeah, it went so well last time.
Love bombs, gotcha.
Yeah, we have
Yes,
love bombs
they're-
built.
They're
We
love
have-
bombs. They will fill you with our love from head
Yeah.
to toe, and there will be nothing of you left except our
Yeah.
love.
No, we have the
Okay.
love bombs. We also have the angel bombs.
Alright, so yes, it sounds like you did hide the new bombs better. Someone with sneak, go ahead and roll that for me.
Yep.
It is going to be
Probably-
based on int.
Probably not me. I'm front and center. Have fun.
And that person will have to actually be here. Well, not
Definitely.
necessarily. It could have been during the setup, so
Yeah.
you could have
You mean I
retweeted
can't
back.
do it over comms?
If you wanted Das to roll, Das could roll and then have gone back to the Raza.
Yeah.
I think that makes
Percy-
sense.
Oh, before they arrive, Percy will also have given the instruction that, like, while we're chatting and drinking and whatever, somebody take the chance to quietly ask Masaki, yo, what the fuck? It's obviously not going to be me. If anyone can distract Trail.
Which one's Misaki?
The one that messaged us and said, Trail's acting weird.
Masaru.
Oh, yeah, Masaru, yeah.
Okay.
Good hiding place.
Looks like you hit them well.
Mm.
And used the reroll well.
Indeed.
Because otherwise, yeah, see,
Otherwise,
you
we
would.
were seeing it.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
more decoy bombs.
Well, when I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, more decoy bombs. We expect you to look at the opposite side as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not blowing them up in the blow-up zone, and you're not, you're at, I do need to ask, are you going to drink with them in the blow-up zone, or are they coming over to the tables with you?
We set up the tables for a reason. I think we'll bring them over to the tables.
Okay.
We can at least take the alcohol before we blow them up on the way out, if we're going to blow them up.
Yeah, sure. That'll work. They cautiously skirt the decoy bombs. Elena does not look amused by it, nor does Sophia, but Dominique and Masaru seem to appreciate the similarity and the joke. Trail. Trail starts talking about you know, he's been thinking about Percy, and I wish you'd come along with us. Things had probably been easier.
For me or for you or what? Percy's had a couple of drinks and he's a bit of a lightweight, so he's starting to
Well,
not quite slur a little bit.
for both of us, I suppose. No.
Yeah.
If you had come, I wouldn't have had to travel all this way just to get whatever was in that tube.
Yeah? Percy just sort of gives him a puzzled look.
The tube you gave me.
Yeah.
What table are you guys sitting at?
We were bringing in towards us, so I imagine probably this one.
Alright.
Because if we were going towards them, it would have been this one.
What was that last part you said?
I said if we were going towards them, it probably would have been this one.
Yeah. Alright. Naru and Elena are hanging out over here.
Mhm.
Dominique is coming right up with Trail.
Yeah.
We'll
Percy's here
move Douglas away from the explodey bits.
Careful.
Sophia comes over and shares the table with Douglas. Shares the side of the table, or your crates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a mature lady wants what's in the tube, you know. Or that kid stole it from me. One or the other.
Did she tell you what was in the tube that she wanted, or?
No, it's too dangerous to know what's in those tubes. Don't go asking questions, boy.
Yeah, no, I just figured if she wants you to find the stuff that apparently wasn't in the tube, you'd need to know what you're looking for, yeah?
She said you'd know. She said you'd know. Roll me a notice check. Everyone in the room except for Riley can roll a notice check. Riley can roll with wisdom. Riley can roll a heal with wisdom check.
Interesting. Okay, so
Well,
that's
my
a
character sheet died since I crashed. Heal wisdom, you said?
Uh-huh.
that's a 7.
Heal wisdom. Submit. That is. I'm gonna re-roll that. Fuck that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be like a what?
I'm.
It is still better. I do tend to stick with the even difficulties.
Whatever.
Let's see. I will also let those who are not in the room roll notice checks if they want to, but because you're using somebody else's video screen, let's just give you a -2 penalty on it.
Does Elise count as in the room or not?
At least is outside the room, unless you want to be in the room, in which case you're visible.
I don't want to be visible.
That's
Right.
fair.
Yeah.
I don't want. I don't know. Let's pick on someone in particular. I don't want Elena over there to be like, "Hey, wait, don't we need to capture her?"
No, come on. She was there when we had this discussion last time.
I don't trust it.
Which way is Dex? Just quick reminder. Who was it that was here last time that isn't this time?
The person that was here last time that isn't this time is he was described as a seasoned veteran of foreign conflicts. He was a guerrilla tactics guy.
Yeah.
Jean-Luc Beaumont.
Jean-Luc. Okay, yeah.
So there we go. Percy, you notice that he's sweating a little bit. Das, yeah, you notice that he's sweating a little bit also. There's a little more to it. He seems to be exhibiting signs of stress. Riley, there's something seriously fucked up about this guy.
I mean, besides the obvious.
He is sweating way too much for a climate-controlled room that you're in. He is listening to one side. There's definitely something going on inside there.
I think I know what's
Which
going
one
on.
was
I
this,
have a bad
Dominique?
feeling.
What was that, Ellie?
Which one was that? Dominique?
No, Trail.
Oh, Trail.
Uh-huh.
So, do I have any probable causes for that? Might be a thing.
Probably whatever Masaru said, Mercure gave him. But the list of what that could be is so varied that I mean, he could have been given something that slowly turns him into a zombie, or he could have been given something that is going to make him explode in a corpse bomb. You know, the kinds of things that Mercure is rumored to have done on the inside. Nobody on the outside knows that, of course.
Oh, of course, that's fairly normal standard stuff. I get it.
Yeah.
I can't shake the feeling that it's a bomb.
And
I'm just kind of leaning back here and just going like,
as Trail mentions, or bring that kid back. Masaru leans forward. Talked about it, that's Trail. You will not be taken her by force. Trail waves a hand. I know. Looks over at Percy. Look, boy. I'm in real trouble here if I don't get whatever was in that tube or that kid back to Ms. Celica Mercure herself. Riley, that's a really bad sign.
that is a bad sign. Holy shit.
Celica Mercure is, well, she is a Mercure, and she is the top Mercure.
So I'm just gonna say, Riley's gonna let out a not a really muffled, but like a really.
kind of squeak. It's like,
High-pitched.
but
Yeah.
just sit up.
I think that may have actually been too high pitched for your microphone to pick up.
I think so.
It might have been, but it's just like, except like more hype. I didn't. Was that one audible?
Nope.
Nope.
Still no.
I don't like how my microphone doesn't pick up when I go higher pitch. Yeah, imagine a high pitched squeak, just like
Yeah, we had that.
higher pitch.
Got it.
Yeah, I was intentionally lowering it, so I'm fucking glad.
Yeah, you know, there's certainly the whispered rumors inside that she is not a nice person.
I have worked there. I am no shit.
Yeah, Percy just sort of looks across at Riley like, that bad?
Riley is looking not quite panicked, but very worried.
What? Hey, who's she?
Oh, new hire.
Who's she?
Jesse
Boy,
just
why is she here?
Hmm?
You're starting to sweat more.
She's one of our bridge crew.
Do you know the conditions of the activation of whatever was implanted in you?
Bring me the kid, or the contents of that tube, boy. He's starting to shake. And I think we're right at the end here.
Oh fuck! No, Dick, she wouldn't.
Towards the
she
door,
wouldn't-
she does not like what the possibilities of what could possibly be going on.
Dick, she wouldn't end
Like,
it here.
nah, I'm good.
No, go ahead and put Riley back. We'll pick up next week with Riley trying to make an escape.
No. Right? It's just like, yeah, no, I'm good. No, fuck that. Nah.
And I'm gonna put up the stream ending card.
Oh, God damn it,
no.
Dick! Why?
That is so bad. No, could you?